Our new partner who I'm really, really excited to announce we are working with. Super, super stoked. Thank you, Angie Huberman, for this connect. It's incredible. AG1 Athletic Greens. I've been using them for a while. I have them every morning on an empty stomach. Basically, take 1 scoop and you put it into a cup or glass or mug of 8 ounces of cold water. And this is all your greens for the day. You're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. Every day I take this. It's so good for my digestion, my energy. It's simple. It's easy. I don't like taking a lot of vitamins. This has been really, really helpful for me. I've had a lot of stomach issues my whole life, and ever since I've been gluten-free and taking the AG1s, it's really helped me in my stomach in the mornings. I love it, and I'm so psyched that they're part of the One Life, One Chance podcast. I'm sure a lot of people don't like eating greens, let alone drinking your greens, but I can tell you straight up, it's got a mild tropical taste, and the taste is actually really refreshing, and I really look forward to it each morning. Don't think it's just going to be just straight bland. It tastes really, really good, and it's good for you, so remember that. This one blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. It's incredible, just 1 scoop, especially for musicians who are vegans or just musicians in general who want to get those daily greens. You can get the packets. It's incredible. I just gave some to my friend Derek from Sepultura. He traveled the whole entire world this summer, and he had those every single day. He said it saved him. I bring AG1s with me when I travel. It helps me stay healthy. You know the deal. If you're on tour and you are a picky eater, but you need to have your greens, sometimes catering doesn't have greens. Sometimes you miss the catering. Sometimes you miss the backstage food. Sometimes it's too late after the show to go get food that you like. So if you just have a scoop of AG1s in your hotel room before you go to bed, or you're in the hotel room at night and you're starving, you want something healthy, boom, life changer. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with some convenient daily nutrition. That's all you need, 1 scoop in a cup every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. This is it. I'm super psyched. And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/OLLC. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/OLLC to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. This is incredible. I love it. It's just basic greens. For me personally, this has changed my life tremendously. I'm not a junk food vegan. I don't eat a lot of fake meats, so I'm strictly greens. And this has been a wonderful, wonderful new addition to my life. So once again, visit athleticgreens.com/OLLC. and get 1 free year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. athleticgreens.com/OLLC. Yo, Liquid Death, thank you so much for hydrating all my guests, taking care of me and my family and my friends. Love your water, love your brand, love what you stand for, love what you give back to the community. If you want to learn more about Liquid Death and how it started, listen to episode 115 with the co-founder, owner, and creator of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario. Just a punk rock skateboarding kid from Delaware with a dream. It's an incredible story, incredible journey. They have now blessed me with my own code. So if you go liquiddeath.com/Toby, you get free shipping on any items you order from liquiddeath.com. Thank you so much, Liquid Death. Death to plastic, murder your thirst, stay hydrated. You know H2O saves lives.
Okay.
Check. Welcome to the One Life, One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. Today, we have a very special guest in my kitchen. Welcome to the podcast, Brooke Smith.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me here.
So, we met in 2005 in this movie that I kind of blocked out of my life, that I was in a movie trying to act, called Shooting Vegetarians.
We're going to get into all that today.
Which I don't even know what that movie was about, Shooting Vegetarians. I don't know how we even got into that movie. We had to perform in it. I had some speaking lines. You were in it.
How did you get into it? You don't know,
Then
really?
you sent me that picture of you, and I was like, oh, my God, that's so crazy.
Weird, right?
Such a small world.
I was a chicken. I played
That's right.
a ginormous chicken. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's about maybe like our families were forced to work at a slaughter factory or something. I don't know what the hell it was about.
Yeah, he was supposed to inherit the family business. The dad was a butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't want to do it.
And then what's the dude's name? I have it written down, but pronouncing his name, I don't want to disrespect his name.
Guillermo Diaz.
Yeah, and he's also, for the listeners, he's in like that Pop Shop copy episode of Dave Chappelle and Mike Rappaport. They're working at a copy shop.
Yeah.
And they're being really rude to the customers.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so good. So you're still friends with that guy? He's still in the mix? He's
No, just like social media friends.
Okay.
You know.
But he still worked together before, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's still acting and stuff.
He is.
Wow.
I think he was on that, whatever the next Shonda show was. You know, like I was on Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
And then I kind of didn't pay attention after I was fired.
And Ray Donovan, too, which is my favorite shows.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
Whatever happened? I didn't watch the end of that one either. I mean, that would be
good.
Spoiler alert.
Then they did a movie, and the movie wasn't, Breaking Bad did a movie, too, El Camino, and it wasn't the greatest, and I had to watch it because I'm obsessed with that show. But I feel like the Ray Donovan movie was way better than that, but I don't know. There's no need to be a movie. In the Sopranos movie, too, as well. I like the series. Let's keep the series,
Yeah.
But, so are you born and raised in New York?
I am, but when I say New York, it's not the city.
Still New York State, though.
Yeah, Rockland County,
Okay.
near Nyack.
I know that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like an hour out of the city or something, or not?
Like 30 minutes.
Great.
I mean, I guess we drive fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you have siblings?
I do. Oh, boy, you're just starting right there.
Let's go.
All right. Let's see. Well, I did lose one.
Oh, man.
And he was a surfer.
Wow.
And that's how he died.
Surfing?
Yes, in Massachusetts.
I'm so sorry.
Jeez Louise.
How old was he?
16.
Oh, my God. And so how old were you?
18. Yep.
That's heavy. Now we're getting right into
I know, we're just starting there.
Wow, I'm so sorry. That's crazy. I can't imagine that.
That's a life-altering thing.
So drowned? He's drowned?
Yeah. But no one really knows what happened. I mean...
Holy shit.
Yeah. I guess if you're a lefty, do you break one way?
Man, my son's got to answer that question.
Oh, well,
I try. He's coming. I try to surf, but I'm not the best.
Okay.
What's
it's
crazy
hard.
is I don't even think about surfing when I think about Massachusetts.
Yeah, Plum Island.
Okay.
That's where it was. You're like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he just went surfing one day and that was it.
That was it.
Wow.
I was with John and Harley.
What?
When I found out. When I actually called my mom to get money so I could buy weed. And they were like, we're sending a car. Your brother had an accident. Yep.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
So that's traumatic.
Yeah, we just went
right from the jump. That's traumatic in your life.
Yeah.
That must have been hard, yeah.
It was very hard. And it was kind of what got me out of the scene, actually. I remember being in that pizza place on St. Mark's and A.
Okay.
And meeting some new kids and them saying like, what's up? And I said, oh, my brother just died.
Wow.
And I thought, oh, yeah, I'm done here. I don't know. Time to grow up or something.
But you were not 18 or 19?
18.
You tapped out of the scene right then?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I kept in touch with people, but I did drive the Cro-Mags to Montreal like 10 days later. The heck was that about?
You drove them to Montreal?
Yes.
What kind of car did you have?
Oh, my God. Very famous car. Shout out to the green station wagon.
Okay.
It was so good, that car. But when we hit that border, let me tell you, they separated us.
Sure.
They took the seats out of my car. I didn't even know you could do that. They
wow.
Yeah.
These guys have shaved heads, tattoos back then.
Yeah. And
now it's kind of more acceptable, but back then it was shocking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And plus there was I think John had someone else's ID or something because you're not,
totally.
Right? You're not supposed to, he wasn't supposed to travel.
So if you're tapping out of the scene like that young, you started real young going to shows.
I did, yeah. I think 14 was my first show.
And so how does that happen? How do you even know about a scene in Manhattan at 14 when there's no internet, none of that stuff? Who got
I
you
know,
into
it's so weird because I really don't know how I knew other than I would go downtown, walk around, and I just kept going east. And the further east I went, the more I liked it.
More grimy it got, yeah.
I guess. And then I met some people and then heard about the shows and went.
What kind of music you into before that?
I was into the Clash.
Nice.
I didn't ever go into the Duran Duran craziness.
Yeah.
No offense to anyone who loves Duran Duran. What else did I like? Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like just the Clash.
And how'd you find the Clash?
Oh my God, I don't know. FMU radio?
Okay, the radio stations, okay.
Maybe.
It wasn't like a friend or family member or anything like that. Yeah, I was just
No, I don't think so. And I think I saw U2's first American show at the Pier.
That's incredible.
Yeah. That
would have been a great one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Those shows were nice at the Pier.
And how were you growing up? How were you in school?
Terrible. So bad. Like, because I have a 15-year-old now, and I keep saying, you just got to pass. You just got to, right?
I said to my son too, yeah.
You just got to pass. I'm not expecting, but then I found my report cards. I have not shown them to her.
Pretty rough?
Yeah, they're really rough. Like, doesn't do anything. Doesn't even try to do homework. Doesn't show up.
And you showed him?
I mean, like...
Wow.
48. I got all these 48s, and I don't know how I got out. I think
Your parents weren't strict about that stuff?
No, they were busy, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
They were busy.
They were busy.
You had a lot of freedom.
Yeah, but it was funny. The other day, a mom was trying to wake up her kid, a friend of my daughter's, and she said, I'm a single mom. I got to go to work. I can't. So I just leave her after a while. And that's what my mom would do. I remembered that.
Got you.
And I remember saying, Mom, how you wake me up in the morning is going to affect my whole day.
It's true, though.
Yeah, but she's been screaming for like an hour to get me up. So
Yeah.
it's like, just get up, Brooke.
There's got to be something with that. You just said that, too, like getting screamed at to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, it's like,
It must fuck your whole day up, like your vibe up,
Yeah.
Like a peaceful awakening. There's really no such thing, I think, to wake up peacefully like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
So that's how it was for you, okay.
Yeah.
And so you remember your first show you went to?
I think it was The Mob.
Sick.
And Cause for Alarm, because I had
Nice.
such a crush on Chris Cherokee.
Okay.
He was so cute.
Cause for Alarm don't get enough props. They're a great band.
They really were great.
Yeah.
Do they not get enough
No,
props?
not many people mention them on here.
Oh, okay.
So that's in The Mob, too.
Yeah,
So that was your first show.
I think so.
Sunday matinee, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. What
Like
was
it.
your first show?
My first show was in Providence, Rhode Island. It was Dickie's band Impact Unit, Proletariat, Vicious Circle, Verbal Assault, and Outer Witch. I have the flyer.
Wow.
I was probably like 82 or 3. I was 12 or 13 because I lived in Rhode Island after I lived in Massachusetts.
Okay.
That's where I got into punk rock and skateboarding, was Newport, Rhode Island. Because I went to school with John Jones and his brother sang in Verbal Assault, Chris Jones.
Okay.
There was a crazy skate scene there. Yeah, we all got like in trouble during the America's Cup races because we were skating downtown and one of our friends' skateboard hit like a lady's ankle and broke it, and then they banned skateboarding in Newport, and we all protested. Went to the courthouse. We got the law changed. It was so cool.
What about the lady? How's she?
She's okay. But we were skating these banks on Thames Street downtown. Then they put chains all around them and like ruined our fun.
That was it one time.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Because they wanted all the money and the traffic coming in because of the America's Cup races. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right.
They want to shut that money down. But yeah, so going to show at CBGB's. And how would you get there that young?
Before I had a car, I would take the bus and then the train.
Wow.
Yeah.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Damn.
I did have a friend upstate who would come with me. Upstate Annie.
Okay.
I mean, we call it upstate. It's
Shout
not
out
that
Upstate
far.
Annie.
Yeah. Hi, Annie.
You take the bus.
She would go along with me. People would come along with me to a point, and then they'd be like, okay, bye.
Once they get out there, you mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was a little crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what sense? You were a partier?
I was a partier.
At a very young age?
I think so.
Like smoking weed, drinking, whatever?
I mean, weed is still a thing for me.
Whatever. Respect.
Gotta say. I mean, I did just do a tolerance break. I'm very proud of myself.
What is that?
It's when I don't smoke weed.
Okay. My friend Tim, shout out to Tim Millhouse. I know you're listening. He's on these things where he's taking these breaks from weed a lot too.
Really?
Doing edibles and not smoking. Or
no, but you can't do the edibles. I learned this from your guy, the man who had that thing. I saw your
Andrew?
Instagram. Yes, he's
Best.
horrifying.
He's one of us though.
I mean, like in a good way.
I know he's a punk rocker, fully tatted.
I got that vibe.
Squatter.
But I watched like 3 hours of what marijuana does to your brain. All I really could understand was the parking metaphor.
Okay.
Did you hear it? You don't even
don't
have
need
to
to
hear
listen
it.
to
You're
that
just
shit.
like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
need to listen to that.
He's great though. He's such a cool story, man.
Yeah. He seems like he's not judging you. So,
Nah, man.
So it kind of sucks you in and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be smoking all this weed.
No.
I don't know.
I'm definitely like his only straight edge vegan friend though, for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean he's got other friends who are vegan, but like I'm like, I guess so.
And when did you become vegan?
1988, living with Gorilla Biscuits in Queens.
Okay.
I sang on that record, Start Today, and we had the song called Cats and Dogs. I didn't really eat much meat growing up. My mom made her fucking famous meatloaf, which was dry as hell. I never had fish, maybe once, like fish sticks in my microwave.
Oh, yeah.
Never went to McDonald's, really. I had hot dogs here and there, but then I really get into it, to animal rights things when I moved to New York. All the PETA videos at the tables.
Oh, yeah. I was a
Youth of
vegetarian for 27 years.
Dang.
And I was vegan for 5 of those, the last 5.
And then what?
Sort of.
Done with it?
Then no, I had a blood test. Moved to LA, and they want to
Okay.
put you on those anti-depression, anti-anxiety pills.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know about that. So I saw a naturopath.
Okay.
And they took my blood, and she was like, "How do you get out of bed in the morning?" And
My mom screams at me.
well, this is.
I know, I'm just kidding.
And I didn't get out. P.S. But yeah, so I don't know. There was something about her. I believed her. So
Damn.
I know.
You have to eat meat so you wake up and have energy.
I didn't have a reserve tank before, and I do now.
Okay.
And I don't eat it much, and I'm straight up that person on Portlandia who has to know, like, it was happy, it had a name. And I'm still a little weirded out by
You're
it.
conscious about it.
I try to be.
Try to be, yeah.
Try to be.
I hear you.
I had
But all those years, you saved a lot of animals being like that, you know?
Yeah. And did you know some of the Animal Liberation Front people?
Probably don't know any names, but
yeah, they were secret.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you definitely knew one because I remember they would break into factories.
Oh
and
yeah.
set the bunnies free.
That was another level, man.
Yeah,
That was another level.
It
I was
was.
like the GB Posse Youth Crew stuff, and then obviously Youth of Today, Judge, and then all the militant stuff. I respect that people did all that stuff and they sacrificed a lot and did all that stuff for the animals. I think everybody has their own way they represent veganism or the animals. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Some are preachy, some are teachy, some are lead by example, some, I mean, me personally, I love it. I love all human. I love everything. I'm a real compassionate, loving, emotional person. But yeah, I know what you're saying though.
You love everything all the time?
Not all the time,
Okay.
but I definitely live in my little bubble. My wife's like, you may be optimist, but I'm a realist, and I respect that.
Yeah, that's
You know what
good.
I mean?
It's good.
I definitely live
to
in my PMA bubble, and I surround myself with awesome humans, and I try to live my life the best I can, and I don't try to watch a lot of the news and the negative shit in the world,
Yeah, because I've been thinking like we wouldn't have known about all that stuff before.
I know. Think about all the presidents we've had that weren't on Twitter or on social media, and we just lived our lives, and we voted, we did what we had to do, all the stuff we can do to help and make a difference. But then you see them like talking shit on the internet. I don't know, man. It's just gotten so crazy, man. Internet stuff.
It has.
And now he's coming back. It's all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
So what were your goals in school? Like, what did you want to do? Were you taking photos that young?
I was.
Like, how old?
I think I started in 9th grade. It was one of the only classes I passed, photography and studio art.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started carrying my camera around. I mean, almost from the get-go, which was good because then people got used to it.
Yeah, they're comfortable around it.
Because remember, people would come by and like try to take pics, and we'd be like $5,
Yeah, the freak show. Come take some photos. Yeah,
Exactly.
I remember those postcards on St. Mark's, like the punk rockers and all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I wonder who took those and made money off those.
That's a
It's
good
interesting.
question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was like the thing. Shocking New York City postcard.
Yeah.
Punkers in the Bowery.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you started taking photos. And you really love that.
I did, and I
Right.
still do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I really dig it. It's like it gives you can get right up in there, but you don't have to like be the singer.
Mm.
And I was just not prepared. I wanted to perform.
Oh, so did you play music? Or
I played bass, and I had a couple sort of bands, but we never played out or anything.
Remember the names?
They were so stupid.
You have any? Just give me one.
I mean, one was Paul. So
Okay.
can you understand that?
No, but that's pretty original, though. I never heard of it.
And Carl was in that band. Carl the
Iceman?
Mosher. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I know. God
Marshall.
damn.
Wow. So that was the band names. Okay. What kind of music was it?
I mean, it was hardcore.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I was too scared. I was too insecure, too messed up from my childhood trauma.
So you could be behind the camera.
Yeah.
You could be involved.
And be right up there.
Yeah.
And kind of not have people looking at me.
Yeah, you're still in the mix, though. You still be involved in the scene.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So is that something that you really fell in love with, that you thought, I could do that when I graduate? Or did the acting come in as well during high school?
Acting came in. My mother was a publicist, so I kind of grew up around it. I mean, she was in New York, so it wasn't like the whole LA thing, and she was major.
Okay.
She was like major.
Okay.
Like Marilyn Monroe's publicist, major.
Wow.
Like major.
Holy shit.
So that's a weird thing, but
That's pretty amazing.
yeah. And so I'm sure Freud or whoever would have something to say about the fact that my mom was always off with actors, and that's what I wanted to become.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you go to acting school or classes at a young age?
I took some classes in Rockland County.
Okay.
And then I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Where's that, in Manhattan or something?
It's Manhattan.
Okay.
I went there like straight after this time.
That's a big deal to get in that school?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And then I didn't get accepted back. I still have the letter of rejection saying if I need counseling, Yeah. And I'm sure that those schools are good for some people.
Yeah.
But I felt like they were trying to homogenize me a bit, I don't know.
Did people know who your mom was?
No.
And you were connected? Okay.
No, because publicity is such a, the other end
it's
of
true.
the thing. So, yeah.
So you graduated?
I graduated. I don't know how. Like literally, I think they were just like, we got to get her out of here.
Were you causing trouble in school too?
Yeah, I was just, a maniac. Like I literally wouldn't park my car on the campus because then they could search my car.
Wow.
And so I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to park over here off campus.
What was in your car, you think?
Weed.
Okay.
Yeah. And bad brains.
Weed and bad brains. But what is
that's
shit?
not bad. What's bad about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always tell my kids now, we didn't know our brains were developing. And I guess we knew our brains were developing, but we didn't know what weed did to our brains at that point. Don't make the same mistakes I did.
Yeah. But now weed's like such a, I don't know, it's
Yeah, it is.
pretty crazy how that is now,
Yeah, but it's strong. It can be really strong.
Okay.
Right?
Like all I know is like the chronic.
Yeah.
From Dr. Dre, like that's like the highest level back then, but
yeah.
I know there's all kinds of different strains and all those different things, and it helps people sleep, helps people with depression, anxiety, pain.
I don't believe the sleep thing.
Okay.
And that's
my wife tried it, didn't work actually.
I work through it. I still do it, but I'm saying like
you're not a good sleeper?
No.
Your whole life?
And do you remember your dreams?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. I think that you don't remember them as much. I think that's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your whole life you've not been a good sleeper?
I was great when I was younger. I could sleep like 12 hours.
I'll sleep all day and she'd be up all night, sleep all day.
Oh my God. But then you have kids.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Sleep goes out the window.
It really does. They say that.
Yeah, but my wife, she can sleep anywhere. She'll sleep on the floor in the airplane. She'll bring blankets on the floor where my feet are supposed to go. She sleeps into 1 o'clock. Tomorrow she'll sleep into 1 o'clock no matter what. My son's 19 now.
Okay.
But my son was always a good sleeper all through the night, knock on wood.
Wow.
We're very lucky.
Wow.
Very lucky.
Look, she thinks someone's here.
Stella.
No one's
You
here.
can't be doing that shit.
Come on up.
Stella, come on up.
Can she jump?
Yeah.
There she goes.
So when you graduate, what's your job? What are you doing?
Coat check at the Ritz.
Wow.
Yeah, coat check at the Ritz. Before that, I did coat check or bag check at Trash and Vaudeville.
Amazing place.
Yeah.
I used to always go with my wife. Wow.
Yep.
And Lou from Sick of It All's girlfriend worked at the Ritz at one point. We were all getting in it for free.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She was doing the ticketing. Wow.
Wait, what was her name?
I don't know. Hit a couple girls. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, that was our hookup to go to the Ritz to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Coat check girl. That was the thing in New York.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was very proud to be the coat check girl.
My wife worked at the Palladium. She worked at the Limelight. So we got into those spots too.
Oh, God. Remember the Limelight?
She was there doing all the crazy stuff that documentary is about that Macaulay Culkin plays in.
Oh, yeah.
Party Monster.
Oh, yeah.
She worked there doing all that. Got called
Yeesh.
into the IRS when all the murder shit happened, all that stuff.
Oh, God. Well,
Gnarly.
we had that, as Alexa would call him, Dan the head stew man.
Alexa? Okay,
Yeah. Rakowitz? Was that his name? The guy who cooked his girlfriend and fed her?
Yeah, I remember that shit. That's
Like, I
right.
definitely smoked a joint with that guy at some point.
Wow.
Because he was around in Tompkins Square.
Fucking crazy.
I know.
You just looking at you seem like just a normal person. Obviously, you're a normal person, but coming from punk and all the shit you've been through,
Yeah, I know.
it's crazy. You have any tattoos?
No, can you believe
That's
it?
amazing.
It's pretty weird, right?
you made it
You're
through.
getting stuff removed. I'm seeing that on
Yeah,
Instagram.
because I want to put more stuff. Yeah.
So you just like take
I
out the
can't
old,
stop.
put in something
This is
new?
my. I hate saying the word addiction because it's such a serious word, but I don't do anything with my life as far as like partying and putting things in my body, except I put ink on my body. That's what I can't stop doing.
That seems fair.
Yeah, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm just like a comic book.
My older daughter, who's 19, I got a text from her when she was 16 that said, "Mom, don't be mad. I got a tattoo."
Oh, shit.
And I was like, here we go.
And
The karma.
You got more since then. Probably.
She has, yeah. Yeah, she has 2.
Well, you made it through without tats. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? I was on the table in Montreal with the Cro-Mags. And
what were you going to get?
Oh, my God. Harley had made this. It was like a peacock, and the circles on the feathers, they were skulls.
Sick.
Yeah, and I all of a sudden was like, I don't know if this is the hill I want to die on.
That was a good move. Not get that.
Right?
Peacock with skulls kind of. I mean, back then it probably went pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you're working. You're living in Manhattan.
Yeah, for sure.
You moved out pretty young or no?
Out of the house?
Yeah.
Literally the day I graduated high school.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. And
were your parents worried about where you were headed, what you were doing?
My mom used to do this thing where she would say, and I know now that she was just doing this to try to make it happen.
Planting the seeds.
Yes. She was like, "You're pragmatic, and I know you're going to make the right decision whenever things go crazy." And I was like, yeah, Mom, but I don't know. I think I got lucky.
Got lucky.
Yeah.
So you remember your first audition that you got? Call back, whatever?
First one. I don't. You'd think I would, right?
Yeah, were you a teenager when that happened? Or
I mean, I remember a horrifying one. That was, I was going to play Squeaky Fromm, from the Mansons.
Oh, wow.
And that's great, right? And it was a musical, and it's this woman, Liz Swados, and she's kind of tough and scary. And they said you have to sing a song a cappella. I mean, I'm just mortified to say what I sang. Are you ready for this?
Sure. Can you sing?
But the ball's on me to walk in and sing Desperado by the Eagles a cappella for Liz Swados.
Wow.
There are a couple people out there are going to know, and they're going to be like, whoa.
That's
and her face was like, are you kidding me? and then I left. Yeah, I didn't get that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the first, when did you start working and making money doing that? What was a career for you?
Okay, well, it was nepotism. Let's face it. My mom knew this guy, Alan Rudolph. He was making a movie called The Moderns in Montreal also.
Okay.
And he said, if she can get up here, then I'll give her a line and she can get her SAG card. And that's what happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Having a SAG card's no joke. Medical insurance, all that stuff. I heard it's amazing.
It kind of is, right?
So you've had that for your whole life.
My whole life.
Wow.
And then they send you these things like, when you retire, you'll get a pension. Which, that sounds great.
That's incredible.
Right? It's pretty good. Wait, you're not in any, union?
I did that one movie.
Oh, I didn't mean SAG.
No union. I was when we were on a major label, we get after or something like that. I don't know.
What are you afraid of?
No, I love to try
acting.
I'd like to do it. I might be too old to start. I'm 52. I don't know.
I don't know. John Mahoney started after 55, I think.
I want my son to do it because he did really good in theater and all that stuff in school, and he's really outgoing and I don't know. I feel like we're in LA. You should take advantage of all the different opportunities he has here.
Does he want to?
Yeah, he's interested for sure.
All right.
He's talking to a bunch of his uncles who act and just getting advice. But yeah, I should have got a SAG card with that shooting vegetarian shit.
Yeah, but then you got to keep it up. You got to make enough.
Pay your dues.
Yeah, and you got to make enough each year to keep the 1 insurance or the number 2 insurance. It's like a whole thing.
So you're taking all these photos and you're just saving them?
Yeah, and they were literally in a box.
You're not printing them, you're just saving all this stuff. Yeah.
No, I would print them.
Okay.
And I would make flyers and stuff. It was like my way to get in there and occasionally give people rides in my car. I mean, that was the way.
Were there other women taking photos back then?
Oh, yeah. Amy.
Okay, Amy, okay.
I think she had the best ones, too.
Amy from Nausea?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know she took photos.
Oh, my
back
God,
then.
major. And her photos were incredible. And there was some fire at one of those squats. And that's where all
Maybe
the photos.
10th Street squat.
That's like where they all went. They're gone.
Because Roger had that squat on 10th Street. I has to go there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then BJ.
BJ Papa. Shout out to BJ.
Yeah. Hi, BJ.
BJ's the best.
Yeah. And she's fantastic. And she made a career of it. I mean, right?
Yeah. Incredible photos.
Yeah.
Historic photos from a bunch of the hardcore records on Revelation. Sick of It All. Gorilla Biscuits. Everybody, man. Beautiful. Great. Amazing Joe Strummer one. There's a bunch. She has so many. BJ, if you're listening, we already talked about this in the podcast you did with me, which you were so nervous to do, and you were great. You need a fucking book. And all your friends want to help you.
I know, and I've been wanting to do a show with her.
That'd be
right?
awesome. Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
You can do it, BJ. People believe me and love your photos. I know it's a lot of work, too, to put together for sure.
Yeah, it is.
She has a bunch of negatives that she had at her family's house in Woodstock, and she's trying to go through all the stuff. And
yeah, she'll get there.
So there were a bunch of women taking photos. That's cool back then.
Yep.
But you're just doing it because you loved it. It wasn't like, this is my career, and I'll make a book, and I'm going to...
No, although I did end up I made a short film. I made a couple documentaries. I'm thinking of going back that way now.
About your life or just about growing up?
I actually would like to do a series set in this time.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Sunday matinee. That'd be amazing.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And there's so many networks and things that could pick. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like the Godfathers of Hardcore, the Agnostic Grunt one.
I thought that was really good.
It's incredible, and it's everywhere now. You can find it anywhere. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It was so beautifully done. And the story with Roger and Stigma. It was more than just about the band. It was so good, man.
I'd like to set it all back then and have it be kind of like, my favorite show is Atlanta.
Same.
Are you kidding me?
The new season's wild,
but
though.
Dude, this is the first Friday. When we're taping this, is this the first Friday where there's no more episodes?
Oh, it's done now?
It's done forever.
I didn't realize that.
So sad.
This new season was so incredible and so smart. I hope it didn't go over people's heads. It was so many amazing, like, underlining things about racism, all this stuff. It was just like, some episodes I'm like, where's the cast?
Exactly.
From the show.
Yeah.
But I fucking love it. It's such a great show.
Just
I didn't realize
unbelievable.
it's done.
Yeah, totally done. And I just worked with Brian Tyree.
Okay.
I mean, fantastic.
It is
so good. So I just like that it's character driven. I mean, you couldn't really say what it was about. I mean, sure, there's a rapper and they're in Atlanta, but I like when it's character driven and you just kind of are with these people.
I love Zazie Beetz.
Oh my God. Lakeith Stanfield.
Which one's that in there?
He's
with the
Darius.
Oh yeah, with the he's got tattoos on his face in real life. Like
fantastic.
He's from Get Out.
Yeah. Wait.
Wasn't he? Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, he's in Get Out. Yeah.
All right.
He's incredible. Paperboy. Woo.
That's the one.
There's so many, man. There's so many episodes. If you don't watch Atlanta, everybody should watch Atlanta. It's an incredible fucking show. I'm curious to see where what's his name goes from here. He's directing, producing.
Donald Glover. Incredible,
man. Lyricist, this is everything. This is America, all that stuff he's done.
So talented.
That's a great show.
Such a good show.
I can't believe it's over, man.
I know. See?
So what other shows you watch?
Oh my God.
Did you watch American Gigolo?
Not yet.
It's great. John Berthal.
Okay.
And my friend Yolanda Ross.
Yes, mine too.
Yeah, she's in the show.
I heard you worked for her.
Yeah, she was my boss at Nana Shoes.
All right.
And then she came on tour to see H2O. Was sick of it all in Europe in like early 90s.
And I heard she's wearing a thing on the show.
Yeah, she wore an H2O necklace the whole season.
Okay.
She came out to the tour and her first like punk tour. She came out with us in the 90s. She's killing it, man. I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, me too.
The Chai. Yeah.
And I did a show with Lena Waith, who produces that. I did this show called Them.
Okay.
On Amazon. It's pretty. I was going to say hardcore.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
Like dark?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like doing dark things like that?
That's a good question because I don't know. I kind of avoid them. Mm-hmm. Like I get scared to watch them as a person.
Yeah.
So
you don't watch heavy things?
And I just said yesterday, like I don't think I could do Silence of the Lambs again. I don't think I could do that again.
Yeah.
Like put myself through that. I don't know.
Yeah. How old were you when you did that?
Like 22 or something. Damn. Yeah.
Was that a game changer for you?
Yeah. It was. I mean, in some ways.
It's such a big, iconic, classic movie. It still gets played today.
Totally.
Here's a question. Is it like a record that keeps selling? You get residuals from that, or you just signed a deal back then or the rest of your life?
I still get residuals. I mean, sometimes they're like 50 cents, but still.
Whatever.
It's
still
nice. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Do you get that from music?
Yeah, I get it from Epitaph.
Okay.
And I get it from Blackout Records.
All right.
And I get it from Bridge 9, but not from the major label. We owe them money still, probably because we got so much money for that record in 2001.
Oh, okay.
Absurd.
Oh,
like,
right on.
Like well, it was silly because like whatever the photo shoot cost for the back of that album was the same amount it cost to record our first 3 albums.
Oh my God, of course, right?
So we get these royalties where it's like, you still owe this much money to MCA Records.
Minus this amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but royalties are great. Yeah, we got royalties just before Just before this podcast, I saw a message from BMI. We got some royalties today.
Because isn't it? It's really hard to make money in music now.
Yeah. I mean, for us, it was always just about touring and selling merchandise.
Yeah.
You have full control over that. But later on became 360 deals for a lot of bands where like they're signing a deal for all their merchandise and their publishing and everything right at the beginning.
Oh, wow.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
I mean, it works for people like Jay-Z and Rihanna. They have the same kind of deals. That's different. They'll get paid like millions of dollars on a tour that they project is going to have these sales. You know what I'm saying? So they get all this money up front. Different though. But so back to photos. So you're just working and taking photos.
Yeah, that was it. And
acting and going on trying out for different things.
Yeah, and then
like leading up to Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
After American Academy, I went to the Actors Studio. I got in there. That was a whole thing. And then I started working. And then Silence, I had to gain 25 pounds for Silence of the Lambs.
Really? So how hard? So I don't want to ask you how much you weighed before that, but how hard is that?
A lot. It was hard. It was really hard. You couldn't have been vegan. That's for sure. Because there was a lot of pizza and milkshakes and stuff.
Damn.
And plus you can't even really tell. That's the bummer. Because I'm like down in a pit.
Yeah.
So the angle's like, anyway.
Was it scary on set or no, none of that stuff?
I was more scared before. Because I had to prepare. Like I even like went in my parents' basement and like they had this room, this storage room.
Wow.
And I like closed the door because I thought, if you're captured by a serial killer, he's probably not going to leave a light on when you're down there, right? No. What if you have your period? Like I started thinking all that shit. Like, man. Yeah. So I kind of went through it all before.
And how was Anthony Hopkins?
Fantastic. He's so cool.
Was he scary seeing him like in that?
He was so different. I've worked with him twice. I worked with him on that, but I'm not, we don't have any scenes. He's just helping her find me.
Yeah.
And then I did this movie called Bad Company.
Okay, I know that, yeah.
Yeah, I think we were supposed to come out like September 12th, and it was like we were trying to fight terrorists who were going to blow up Manhattan.
Wow.
So the timing was not good on that one. That was Chris Rock and Anthony Hopkins. Yeah. And they made him kind of my love interest.
Wow.
Tony Hopkins, which I was like, what?
Wow.
Okay.
So you had more time with him in that one than you probably did in Silence of the Lambs?
I did, yeah. Because we were living in Prague and, right? That's nice.
Yeah.
I want a job like that again. Like going, somewhere cool.
I saw you posted the ticket from Donahue.
Yes.
You were there?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a whole thing. You were not there, right?
I was too young. What year was that?
You were like 5.
No.
I don't know. I'm not good like that with years. See?
That was before. I was probably in Rhode Island then, but yeah, the famous Donahue episode.
Yeah, and it was
Alexa Jimmy Gestapo.
Yes.
Harley.
John.
Rabies.
Yep.
John.
Yep.
Was Ray Cappo there?
I don't know.
That might have been a different one. That was Geraldo. I don't know about that one. So that's a famous one though. So leading up to, are you struggling as an actress? Do I say actress or actor?
I don't care.
Okay. Back then,
I guess
actress.
I'm both, right?
So we'll go in the past, so they say actress, now actor.
Yeah.
Struggling leading up to Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
You're grinding though, like.
Yeah, because it's like, I worked for an optician, what else did I do? Luckily I had a mom that I could call and ask for money when I'm like desperate, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Wish I could do that for my kids.
So your mom had your back.
She
did. She knew you were out there in the world trying to make it and do things in New York.
Yes.
You were safe.
And I was doing theater and I was doing like indies and all that stuff.
Yeah. And so after that, obviously, after Silence of the Lambs, does that put you in a different, are you on people's radar in a sense or like?
Yeah. I mean,
you feel like you made it?
I mean, no.
Was that movie huge when it came out?
It was huge.
I'm pretty sure it was.
We swept the Oscars. It was like huge. I was warned by one agent not to do it because he said, you're going to be the fat girl from now on. And you know what? I was a little. I mean, no matter what. My husband likes to say, I'm not thin enough to be the fat girl in Hollywood. Sorry, Hollywood, but it is true.
So you felt that pressure and that kind of stuff?
I did, yeah. Oh my God, I went crazy because I had lost. I was fat when I was younger. I lost all the weight. Then I got this part. I gained all the weight. Then I lost the weight. And then my head was like, you're an actress. You're supposed to be skinny. That's how it is.
Is it harder to gain no, it's probably easier to gain the 25 than to lose the 25, right?
Oh, so much easier to gain. Yeah.
So then he's going crazy out there, like trying to work out and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Then you look like a totally different person than you were in that movie. So then you're an actress again, but here I am. This is what I'm supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
So, and you're still auditioning and all that stuff.
All that stuff.
And still taking photos, or you kind of stepped away from that?
I took pictures actually on set.
Of Silence of the Lambs too?
Silence of the Lambs. I just posted a picture of the pit last night.
Wow.
Just because
cool.
people don't really know what it was like,
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I feel like I might put out a book of some of the movies I've been on.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Get your story,
Yeah. I mean, there was one time, because I'm friends with the Coen brothers, and I was doing a little thing in one of their movies, and I brought my camera and started taking pictures, and the still photographer was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, who's this extra taking, and I was like, no, it's okay. But, yeah. And now everyone has a phone.
I know.
And
everybody's a photographer.
I know. I mean, I understand the desire, but at shows, I never take pictures now because what is it like when you're on stage and there's a sea of phones?
Yeah, it's true. That's a good point.
What is it like? What?
Yeah, it's distracting. Yeah, it's crazy.
I would think.
But it happens less at hardcore shows, I would say, to be honest. People are diving and sing along. You know what I mean? It's like when I go to other shows, like I went to Post Malone last week. I went to My Chemical Romance. I went to Paramore. All these shows the past couple weeks. And yeah, this phone, it is like even just to film a clip for yourself real quick, like a 15-second clip. It's like you have to get above all the people. It's just yeah, it's crazy. It's just different, I think, in different types of music scenes. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's expected or not, or just, used to doing. But yeah, it's interesting, right?
I have hidden my phone from Nick Cave because I'm always in the front row. And I want to like capture it, and then he comes over, and then I'm like, whoop, because you can tell he's not happy with those phones. Just be there, experience it.
I met somebody who I'm a fan of, and they were with Nick Cave, and I didn't say anything to him because I thought it was Rick Ocasek because I don't know anything about
Rick Ocasek. What?
Because I know nothing about Nick Cave. My wife loves him.
All right.
He said black hair and the black jacket.
Yeah.
He was with Chris Martin from Coldplay, who I love, and I got to meet him, and they were together about to leave. And I looked over and like, oh, that guy looks, it's Rick Ocasek. That's cool. I didn't say anything to him. And then once I told people, like, oh my God, it's so crazy that Chris Martin was hanging out with him, like two kind of opposites.
Yeah.
But I didn't say nothing to him because he looked like whatever.
I didn't want to meet him because I had a full relationship with him from the audience. Like, I didn't want to mess with that.
Yeah.
And then my husband and daughter took it upon themselves to make a claymation video. Wow. Animated video for mermaids. You can see it on YouTube. You can see it on Nick Cave's page.
And he saw that.
He saw it, freaked out, and then like we went and they said come back, and I was like, I don't want to meet him.
Was he nice?
He's so nice, of course.
That's so cool.
But it's sometimes you don't want to meet right.
I met a lot of people I wish I didn't meet, to be honest.
And is it because they were assholes?
Yeah, and some people that I met haven't done anything in comparison to the big people I met that were so humble and so nice. Yeah. It's so strange.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, but there's a lot of people I met from the punk row, which are fucking like, Ian MacKaye is like exactly what you want him to be. Mm-hmm. Everything you expect him to be and more. And that made me happy because that's like one of my top. I mean, Kevin Seconds too. Oh my God. He was like a father figure to me, 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of these dudes were for me growing up with no dad and getting into this music and Milo and singing all those love songs and
yeah,
it's like this crazy dysfunctional wild family that we kind of got away from ours, and then we went to another one. Like New York Hardcore was like that, all the different characters and
totally. And
Sundays there, like
I'm
like
very struck by the fact. Now, what about you? What about your? I'm struck by the fact it's hard to ignore that the people who survived from that time and wrote books, or maybe even didn't write books, seem to all share childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Whether it's, children of divorce or
abuse, sexual, physical.
So much sexual abuse.
Yeah.
It's beyond.
A lot of people that I've had on this podcast will open up about some of that stuff and how they grew up, and then and I know them from hardcore and punk. I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Like everybody was trying to escape their home life in a sense. Even if there was love there, you know, like we know our parents loved us.
Yeah.
But like you had a lot of freedom because your parents were busy. My mom was working 3 jobs to raise 3 boys on her own. My dad died. So we were like in the streets, skating, going to shows. And then you find this world of people who, and even back then, you're not talking about, yo, I'm abused. That's why I'm here. Nobody's really talking about it.
No one talked about it. That's what's fascinating.
You don't find out till way later on in life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But you're all there and everybody's singing along and fucking, it's this crazy, from the outside world of the civilians, it looks like a fucking violent cesspool of insanity, which it is sometimes. But people looked out for each other. For
sure. And I've been struck by the fact that my therapist mentioned recently, actually.
Shout out to therapists. I just started going to one.
Right. I just went back. It's so good.
I just went for the first time at 52.
It's really good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
For all the listeners, if you're scared to go to therapy,
just go.
You know, I've been talking about this for 200 episodes, and I just started going, and it's fucking a game changer. My wife and my son are proud of me. I didn't even tell them I was going until after I made my fucking first appointment. I love it. I got books I'm reading. I hate reading. I'm starting to read more.
Good.
Just dive into my life, you know?
Yeah. I think especially the men, right? Like Kendrick Lamar is all about that now. Dude. Right?
Do you fuck with Kendrick Lamar?
Oh, my God, yeah. Are you kidding me? I was just listening to him on the way over here.
The new record is
it's pretty great.
It's an art masterpiece talking about
Silent Hill,
sexual abuse, his auntie, cheating
therapy,
on his wife.
All of it.
Everything.
All of it. Eckhart Tolle.
He's Did you go see him live when he came through?
Oh, yeah.
I did too.
Yeah, man.
Where'd you go see him at? The Forum?
I saw him at the Forum.
Me too.
And you know what I got to say? As someone who likes small places, he pulls it off. I don't know how he does that.
His glove and his little puppet and fuck. I just hope this generation, that album didn't go over their head because he's such a powerful, positive influence. He gives back to the community. All the shit he does, he's not really on social media.
Yeah.
And like, I just hope that this record didn't go over their heads. The name of it, just everything it talked about, because it was deep. It was heavy.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll just keep coming back to it. Who knows?
But it's so cool. You like Kendrick. That's fucking amazing.
I fucking love him.
It's crazy that all of us that come from this hardcore punk rock world are like, no, everybody's in therapy. And we're starting to talk about it more when we become parents. Oh, yeah.
So that's what I was saying. So she said to me the other day that she found it fascinating that the Pit, not the one in Silence of the Lambs, the one in CB's, it's extreme. It can be violent. It's dangerous. It's physical.
Yeah.
And it's intimate. So
sweating on each other too, as strangers. Jumping on each other.
Kind of a lot. Wow. Right? So I don't know what I'm saying.
It was a release for us though, right? Did you
completely.
Did you get in the pit and stuff?
Oh yeah, a little. Not like Alexa. No way.
You stage diving?
A couple times. Okay. Not so much. Not so much.
No tats, no stage dives. I love
exactly.
But you're saying that was a good thing for us, right?
I think so. And I feel like the music felt like my head. And that at the end of a show, I would like have relieved just a little bit of tension or something, you know, a release.
It was the music in your head and how you felt,
Yeah. But
wow.
The other thing my therapist said the other day, getting back to sexual abuse, is she was saying how, okay, I was saying, if you look at a picture of me when I'm 16, how could not strangers on the street not come up and go like, are you okay? Like, seriously.
I liked your hair the way it was like, was it crimped? What was it?
Oh, that's the best I looked. Are you kidding me?
Your hair was so cute though. I love it. Yeah.
I didn't always look like that though. Okay. I gotta say, I look pretty. I wore a garbage bag. I was like 215 pounds at a certain point.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was very much
were you happy in life?
Oh God, no, miserable.
Even in the scene,
well, you recognize your tribe, right?
Totally.
That's what it is, and I'm sure in different worlds, not just hardcore, right? You know your people when you see them.
100%.
So anyway, I was saying, what's the big fucking deal? If there's so much sexual abuse, why don't people want to look at it? Like, why did they deny it? And I'm going to paraphrase here, so don't quote her. I won't give you her name. But she was basically saying, okay, so back in the days of Freud, people are going to have something to say about this. Who was paying the bills? Who was paying Freud's bills? The abusers.
Back in the day, you mean?
Yeah. So if his patients are all coming in and saying they've been sexually abused or, you know, whatever's going on, and the people who are paying for this therapy are the ones who are doing it, I was like, so did he like make a decision to not... She said he created the Oedipal complex. Anyway,
Okay.
I want to read something about all that. 'cause
No, that's interesting though.
I find it fascinating. And
I mean,
last
people
night,
block things out. That's what I'm realizing. The brain can block out trauma as a child.
oh yeah,
So later on in life, when you start going through these layers, which I'm starting to do, you start seeing things, how your life was and growing up. You know what I mean? Like,
100%. And that's what Silence of the Lambs did for me. Actually, I've just started talking about this, but I'm in the pit, and I just thought I would have given up. And then I had to look at that and go like, okay, why wouldn't I fight for my own life?
yeah, it's interesting.
And that sent me down a whole path of remembering all kinds of shit.
From your childhood, did you go to therapy when you're younger too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So sexually abused.
Okay.
Age 9.
Sorry, that's horrifying.
Yeah. But common.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. And last night I was at the premiere.
Unfortunately common.
Yeah.
It's
But so
fucking
what
hard.
is it? I just feel like it's.
So you blocked it out most of your life?
I think so. Yeah.
Fuck.
I did. And yeah, because it's like this thing and you don't know. It's so complicated. Oh
But
my
when
God.
that happens and it comes out, do you want to confront the person later on in life, or just wish he was fucking dead or in jail or something? Or
It's not that simple.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure.
I actually wrote a letter to the person.
okay,
Said I remembered. Said that I looked at what his life was, and that I forgave him.
okay, that's.
But that's just one way to go.
Beautiful.
So this movie I saw
Did he
last
respond?
night. No, I will say he got sober.
Okay,
So that's something.
and he got the letter,
Yeah, for sure.
and you never seen him since.
No, I have.
We'll talk
know.
off the pod
Look at
about
you.
it,
You're
yeah.
so funny. Fuck.
No, it makes me so mad, and it's just sad.
So
yeah.
there's this movie. I saw it last night. Women Talking.
Okay,
Set in the Mennonite community.
okay,
All this abuse happened.
I'm watching
And so
it.
basically they decide, are they going to stay? Are they going to stay and fight? Are they going to leave? Or are they going to do nothing? Yeah, it's Fran McDormand and
love
Rooney Mara.
and,
her.
her, vegan fucking activist. I love her.
Oh, yeah, major. She's major.
I see her
And her
her-
sister, Kate. I just did a show with her sister.
Kate was on a great show too. I forgot the name of that show.
What was it? Oh, you mean
The
like...
teacher. Was
Oh,
her-
yeah.
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 But I would always see Rooney and
Joaquin.
Joaquin at the pig vigils we go to, where we see the pigs at the slaughterhouse. They're no joke.
Yeah, no, they made that documentary too.
Joaquin's like our god.
I haven't seen him since the last time I saw him. I was with his brother. So
Oh,
there you
wow.
go. At a PETA convention
What?
in Washington D.C.
No fucking way.
Like 10,000 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, we're
Damn.
digressing now.
No, it doesn't matter. This is great. I knew it was going to be awesome with you. I knew
Yeah.
it. We're chill. This
What
is
about
chill.
Josh
Which Josh?
Brolin?
Oh, wait, what about? What do you want to know?
I listened to. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Do you know him?
Oh
Yes.
my God, yes. Are you
So
kidding
you guys
me?
know each other?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm gonna send him a picture of us and me. He's doing Dune right now. He's in another country. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He got into that cold plunge like you.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
He fucking set me up with my sauna. So shout out to him and
my
Nordic. Like, he's
See,
gonna-
I'm into the sauna, but not the cold plunge.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just try taking cold showers. Like start easing into it.
That's what Harley does, right? Cold shower in the morning, hot bath at night.
It's how you start your day. The cold is incredible. I
Really?
fucking hate the cold. Now I'm obsessed with the cold.
Ugh. Not
Yeah, Josh is the same setup. Yeah, shout out to Josh Brolin, fucking sweet,
Hi, Josh.
humble ass fucking human. One of us, comes from our world. Fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Hilarious.
How'd you guys meet?
I mean, how did we meet? We did this sort of limited run in New York right after I had a baby of the exonerated plays, where
Okay.
they take people who are exonerated and tell the stories. And then we ran into each other on the subway and he was like, dude, I just got a part in a Woody Allen movie. And I was like, dude, me too. Same one.
Oh,
So
shit.
we were in the same,
Which movie was that?
it's called Melinda and Melinda.
Okay.
He's hilarious.
Okay.
Anyway, I love Josh.
That's fucking is the best. Sweet
Yeah.
ass. I love him, man.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
my
really
big
happy
bro,
for
man.
him. Yep.
Yeah, he's killing it too. Like
He really is.
great husband, great dad, everything, man. Just
Yep,
kills it all.
he does.
See,
We have nothing left to say. There's nothing left to say, Josh. Somebody's here.
it's okay.
Stella's reacting.
Hey, Rusty, you can just open the door and hang out with Stella. I'll be out in a minute. Russ is chill there. I'll be out. I love
All right.
you. Interstellar.
Yeah.
That's a big one too.
Wait, what? Interstellar. Yeah, but I never saw it. I never read the script to this day. And they wouldn't let you have it. And so when I was doing the scene, did you see it?
Yeah.
I'm only in the very end for 5 seconds.
But listen, I have a friend.
Yeah.
I'll say his name. Rappaport was in a movie with Will Smith. It was called Twitch or something like that. He was in there for so quick. But it's such a big movie that
it's like one of the first credits that comes up about him.
You could be in there in a second. You still...
Oh, yeah. I still get the residuals.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's a big
I should
movie.
Stop complaining.
It's a big movie.
Yeah, but like right before they were literally like rolling. And I was like, to Matthew McConaughey, I was like, so like, did you save the world? And do I know that?
So you didn't even know.
And he was like, kinda.
Wow.
And then they were like, action.
Wow.
I don't know.
But something like that is crazy. Like that's just like... That's like I have a gold record in my office because I sang backups on 2 songs on a record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't get paid for it.
Which records?
Newfound Glory records, Story of the Year records.
All right.
But I'm just saying like that one, like rap was saying like one less than a fucking 2-minute, line. It's
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Great because it's a Will Smith movie, obviously, but 6 Feet Under.
6 Feet
You're
Under.
clear as art
You're looking at my credits now.
Like on my list.
Yeah.
I love 6 Feet Under. You crazy.
It was pretty
Such
good.
a great show.
Such a great show. We should rewatch that one, huh?
I wonder how Claire's doing that actress. She was great.
She was great. Really great.
Is your art teacher in there?
Yeah. And then what else?
That was a big
then
show.
there's Grey's Anatomy.
I know Grey's Anatomy's on my list. Look, next on my next. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Look,
a bit. You on a bunch of that. Yeah, that was.
I was in season 2 and 3 as the nemesis of Isaiah Washington's character. Then he got fired. So then they brought me in, and then I got fired. I was only there for like a year and a half.
You let go or fired?
Oh, fired straight up.
What is that? Is that like you're in trouble?
I mean, yeah.
What did you do? You remember?
Well, I still don't know, honestly,
okay.
genuinely. But I think it came from above. I think it was. That sounds so mystical.
No, but that's some.
They made me gay, and basically the following week I was gone. I just vanished off the planet. But I was gay, like didn't like men gay.
Okay.
And I don't think network TV was maybe ready. I don't know.
But was it a fun ride before that? Was it?
It was, yeah. I just ran into Sandra Oh literally like 3 days ago. I haven't seen her since then. Yeah. Anyway,
Is that a whole different world doing TV? Obviously.
Yeah, a different world than film and theater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That puts you in more of a. Like more of a public eye household.
Oh my God, yeah. Especially if you're, because you're like on a TV in their house, so they feel like they know you,
Yeah.
The one you should see is Series 7.
Okay.
Series 7, The Contenders. It's kind of a cult hit, and it's fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that one. And Vanya on 42nd Street. That was
Vanya. Okay.
We rehearsed it for 4 years.
Jesus.
And then they made it into a film. So
okay.
Yeah, those are my faves.
I'll check both those. And also you had you popped up in Law and Order, Criminal Minds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta do those. Gotta do those.
Ray Donovan though. Damn.
Yeah, I know. What the hell? 47. They're like, okay, we want you naked. I'm like, what? I made it to 47.
Frances Simpson, right?
Wait, was that her last name? I think it was.
Yeah.
Wow, you're good. See?
But Ray Donovan's such a great show. Mm-hmm. So naked, that's right.
Yeah. Oof, that was intense. Started going to Bikram, Fran McDormand's like one of my best friends, and she was like, "You got to represent," and I was like, "I'm not representing."
Well, she's been naked in movies
you
too.
You fucking represent. Yeah. Well, yeah.
She's a badass.
Now I feel like I could do it.
Yeah, you'd be cool with that. Being naked in a movie right now.
I think so, because I do think we should represent.
Yeah, man. Why not? It's a different world, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So all kinds of people and all kinds of It's I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you're comfortable in your own skin to go do that right now if they ask you?
I mean, I think so, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're still down to push the limits and do all kinds of stuff in acting?
Oh, yeah.
Still?
Definitely.
So you're still doing auditions and stuff like that?
Yes. I don't really love being an actor. It's kind of annoying, And now we do self-tapes, and I guess it's like offices for 9 to 5 people. I don't think they're going back. I don't think we're ever going to go back in the room.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be...
So it's like Zooms and stuff nah.
Yeah, I did a Zoom call back just the other day with people. One was in Budapest, one was in London. I didn't get it, P.S.
Wow.
And I was good. I really was.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So what is something recent that just came out that you're on?
Well, I just did a series called, I think they'll change the name, but it's called Class of 09.
Okay.
I went through complete FBI training, which, see, that's when it's
cool.
so fun, right?
That's really
so
cool.
Fun.
Is that with a real FBI agent?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, James. I'm not going to say anything about them.
But they're serious about when they come teach you.
So serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did all kinds of stuff. Boxing, we did all the guns, Do
you like using guns in movies?
I do.
Okay.
I know that's not what I'm supposed to say,
No,
but
my wife shoots guns. My wife has a gun.
And I used to be scared of them.
I'm still am. I never held a gun in my life. Never shot one.
But doesn't it make sense that, because I had to learn about it, and then I thought, oh, well, this makes sense that I should know, like, how to check if it's loaded if I find one.
Especially what happened with,
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was never a gun person. Yeah, my wife grew up in Chicago shooting guns with her mom and stuff. So,
yeah, Chicago.
My wife's a badass. So, yeah, she does
She
the
sounds
gun.
like a badass.
Yeah, I never held a gun, never fucking did any of that stuff. It just wasn't my thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have 2 kids.
I have 2 kids. One's at Pratt in her 2nd year. She's killing it.
That's no joke. That's awesome.
I mean, it's so amazing. And how cool is it that, like, so New York was part of your identity,
yes,
right?
100%.
Me too. And so part of that was like you had to not like everywhere else.
Totally.
And then when we came out here, my husband was like, isn't it kind of relaxing to not have to love a place that you live in? And I was like, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, do you love it here?
I like it a lot.
I have a love-hate thing for it.
Yeah, I think I might almost be done with it, actually.
Damn.
I don't know.
How many years you been here?
Oh, God, 15.
Where would you go? Back to New York?
I mean, maybe, but not,
Well, you're
not
Canadian.
Manhattan.
No, but you're from New York. It's different. I'm not from there, so it's way different.
You wouldn't go back to Massachusetts.
I was a guest. Hell no.
See?
I was barely in Massachusetts anyway. I was super young,
Yeah.
I don't want to go back
or
to
Rhode
the winter.
Island. You don't want to go.
No,
Yeah, the
go
winter's intense.
I can't do the winter,
I
man.
can't either. But you're doing cold plunges, for God's sake.
That's my choice. I have a choice. I can do that.
Oh, my God.
But like, you've been here for so long, it's like...
I know. Your blood gets thin or something. I used to come out here and be like, why is everyone wearing Uggs and like big, thick coats and stuff? And now I'm totally that person.
I know. So you're not, it's going to be hard to go back to the cold.
It is.
The grass isn't always greener either.
I know, but when I go visit her, that's what I was going to say is...
Visiting's different, but go ahead.
Yeah, I walk behind her because she walks a million miles an hour, which is what I thought I did.
That's some East Coast shit.
You know?
It
like,
is.
I'm a very fast walker, and she's
Same.
like way ahead of me. And I just thought, it's her city now, and how fantastic.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't expect to feel that way. I kind of felt like I was going to be like, no, this is my city. But no. And how comforting in a way that New York was there before us, and
Totally.
it's going to be there after us.
But that was you. That was your city back then when you were her age.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I brought my son recently, I felt so old in the city. There was so many young millennials. I was waiting in line on an app to buy a vegan slice of pizza for like 25 minutes. My son is running around the city. Everybody's his age. It's all people from different... It felt it felt like a brand new, re-energized, reborn city of young people.
Yeah.
And that's how it was when I started hanging out, going to shows at a young age. Running the streets, Lower East Side, going to all the shows, rolling in groups of people. That was us.
Yeah.
But it was a different time. It was more grimy, more scary, more violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it just seems like, I don't know.
I was so proud the other day because Ray of Ray's, where the milkshakes are there on Avenue A, he posted a picture that I took of him back in 1985.
Wow.
I guess he's 90 now. It made me feel really cool.
90? Holy
he's 90,
shit.
and he's still making those, milkshakes.
Yeah. So you would go back to New York.
I guess. I don't know.
But visiting is one thing.
I know. Where would you go?
I'm staying here, man.
Forever?
Not forever. I mean, forever's a long time. I'm already 52, but like, my son loves it here. My wife, she moved to Chicago tomorrow, straight up, and I'm like, I'm not going to Chicago.
Really?
Fuck that winter.
Oh my God.
Chicago's cool. It's a beautiful city.
It's the hottest I ever was in Chicago.
It's muggy.
Oh my God. There was that year I was shooting at Cabrini Green. I was doing a documentary about this blues musician.
Cabrini Green.
And they were like pulling bodies out. It was so hot. It was like 100 and like, I don't even know, 20, I want to say.
What's the movie at Cabrini Green, the horror movie?
I don't know.
Candyman. Candyman's based out of...
See, you like horror movies.
I don't, but I just know that from my wife, Cabrini Green was a crazy project, and that's where that movie's based out of, the Candyman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But now it's all torn down and all different.
Yeah, it's gone,
and all.
gone.
But Chicago's a great place to visit. New York's a great place to visit. I just love the space out here. I love you can go snowboarding, you can go hiking, you can go surfing, you can go skate.
It's just getting to those places.
No, I hate driving.
Oh, my God.
I barely drive. I sold my car a year ago. I bought my son one. I take bird scooters. I walk. I jog.
Seriously?
I don't have a car.
Wow. That's amazing.
I love it. It's so less stressful, you know?
So much less
I drive
stressful.
like under the speed limit. I didn't get my license till I was 33. Till I moved out here. My wife's like, you're not going to come into the room when your son is born unless you drive me to the fucking hospital. So I got my license and I drove her to the hospital, like white knuckling it, you know?
Well done.
Yeah, I hate driving though. I don't do highways.
Oh, you're one of those. You're like from Clueless.
There's a bunch of New Yorkers out here that don't drive. I'll shout Dre Mateo, one of them who doesn't drive either.
Drea doesn't drive?
That's the homie, yeah. She doesn't drive.
That's insane.
Never drove her whole life.
Oh my God.
That's why I love her. So, do you have an adopted child?
I do.
From Ethiopia?
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, you know. Yeah.
Lucy.
Lou. She changed it. Lou.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so
I mean,
beautiful.
I have to say, love Africa. Been there 13 times.
Jesus, never been there once.
I mean, that's probably why I don't own my house. You know, like I used to live one block from you, but north.
Yeah.
And I just spent all the money on travel.
Damn.
But I don't regret it.
Damn.
And because they can't take it back. They can't take it back from us. And my kids grew up traveling, like a lot.
Same.
Like we spent 60 days living in a Land Rover in the bush of Africa, you know, in Africa.
Wow.
We did it 3 times with them.
I'd love to go. That's on my bucket list. My wife too, to go there.
You gotta go. You gotta go. When you go, ask me. I know people there. I know people.
You know who lives up by you? I'm not going to blow up the spot. Rollins lives over there that way too.
What, over where?
Rollins lives on this street. I'm not going to say my name of my street.
Oh.
You take this street all the way up.
Oh, that's fancy.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
That's fancy.
From Black Flag to there.
You know.
And your husband is like a cinematographer?
He was.
Okay.
And then when we moved out here and I was working, 6 days a week, 18 hours a day, he had to take care of the baby. So then now he writes. He's a writer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys been together how long?
Oh my God, 25 years.
It's fucking amazing. I've been married
Crazy.
since 96. So lucky. Met my wife at, I was roadie for Sycamore. I met her in 1992 in Washington, D.C.
All right.
Yeah.
And what does she do?
She works at the Barracks Skate Park.
She does?
For like 8 years. She's boss lady.
Oh, wow.
For all the listeners, my wife keeps the barracks afloat. She's boss lady.
All right.
She's she keeps things going. She's a money person. She's H2O's band accountant for like 15, 20 years now. She does the books, all that. I had her on tour selling merch with us for 10 years. She's super smart with money and organized. And I guess we could say frugal. That's not a diss, but that's how we got this freaking house. You know
yeah,
I mean?
no, you need that.
She's smart. Like the first real money I ever made in Japan, she took it and put it in an IRA. I was like, what's an IRA? She put it in an IRA. Now it's worth so much crazy money right now. Always giving her money to invest in things. She's really smart with it. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I got a real ride or die, amazing best friend. She doesn't get enough props on here, but people love my wife's on the podcast because she's keeps it real on here, you know? Very straightforward. But it's always good because we get to do what we love, you know what I mean? We get to kind of be big kids in a sense.
Yeah, that is good.
Do you know what I mean?
We're very lucky. Come on.
Yeah. I'm lucky I started this freaking podcast before the pandemic, too. It changed my life.
You did it before?
Yeah, I had a bunch of episodes banked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so One Life, One Chance.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't believe in reincarnation, clearly.
No, that's the name of H2O song, so that's what it's named after.
Yes.
And my nonprofit as well, yeah.
Okay.
I was speaking at schools for several years. It's wonderful. I miss it.
Do you believe in anything? Are you spiritual?
I guess I'm spiritual. Yeah, I was forced. I was a Catholic growing up. After my dad died, I was forced to go to church like crazy, and I fucking hated it.
How old were you when he died?
3.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Okay.
And I believe my dad's watched over me most of my life. I've had these different connections and vibes, and talking with my therapist about it too, all that stuff as of recently. I guess I am spiritual. Okay. I fucking hate death. I'm talking about that with my therapist at the moment, probably because my dad died and freaked me out, and then we always thought after that my mom was going to die and not come home.
Right.
So that's a trauma there. But I hate thinking about death. Like I want to be here forever and watch over my wife and my son. I can't even think about it. I hate talking about it. I'm 52. Like I'm fucking over halfway there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just try to be the healthiest I can possibly be. Stay young as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Live my best life.
It's a trip life, huh?
It's really, especially when you have children and you're seeing them get older and you're fucking getting older, and then you see the ending. Do you know what I'm saying? When it's just you and your wife, you're just traveling, living your lives, you don't have any children, like going on tour and doing all this crazy punk rock shit. And then when you have a kid, and it's like, It's crazy, man.
It
In your
is.
50s. But I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life in my 50s. I feel like the best I've ever felt. It's crazy how that is, man.
And did you just go back to running?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing a marathon next year, New York City Marathon next October.
My God.
It's a bucket list. I've never done it. I'm going to fucking do it.
Oh, Lord.
I got to do it, man.
I used to run. I miss it.
I got to set goals for myself.
Okay.
Bring it back. Why would you bring it back?
I don't know. It just feels like it's hard on your body.
Okay, I'm going to say one. This is some Andrew Huberman shit right here.
Okay.
The things that are the most hardest for you have the best, what's the word I'm trying to use? Not reaction. They have the best effects on you. The things that you don't like to do when you start doing them, they do the best things for you. It's kind of interesting.
Is this just
like
with
hard
exercise?
Yeah.
Are we just talking about exercise?
I would say exercise. Like, fuck, I didn't want to go to therapy. Now I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Yeah.
Like things you're scared of, I guess. Like you have to go, not really face the fears, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's true because I feel like I feel great after I run, but I fucking hate running.
And maybe it's that thing because when I started doing the Bikram, it's like 90 minutes, the same positions every time. And so it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I miss from running. You get that, that high. Look.
I went to yoga one time. I'm going to tell the story. I never told it. I went to Bikram yoga once. The original office. Love you, Rusty.
You did?
I went there and I went with a couple of friends. As Rusty Pistachio.
Is this your son?
Oh, that's Max. Rusty's here. Hang on, Rusty. What up? That's on. The microphone's on. Say something here.
Hello.
He's here.
Yeah. Hi, Max.
Yeah. Nice hair. Look at his hair.
Did you see Rusty in there?
No. I didn't.
Is it Rusty here? Is that who waved to me?
He just kissed the dog on
Who
the lips.
came in and waved to me? Was that you?
Oh, you don't do that?
No, I do that.
Hey, Max.
I'm giving the viewers a visual.
Is Rusty here?
Yes.
Oh, you chilling with him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to act?
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Talk on the mic. Talk about acting. What do you think?
I want to act. I want to act, but I don't have enough motivation to actually get into it when I already am signed to print agencies. So I mean, but I know I will do it. I know I will like work on it. But right now I just don't have enough.
You're just
motivation.
going with what's happening.
Dude, she was in fucking Silence of the Lambs, bro. So Max, come here. Max, any advice you'd give to him?
It seems like he knows what he's doing.
See, I think I know what I'm doing. I'll be right back.
Get out of here. I'll be there, Russ. We'll get some food afterwards.
Was he saying like it's working with the print thing now, so he's just
yeah,
going with
because
that?
he signed as a model. So
yeah, right on. He's handsome, very handsome.
So Bikram Yoga went there with my friend Jenna Phillips. She was our trainer at the time, and a couple friends. Little did I know, there's a bunch of moms from my son's school there. The lady is like a little old lady. She's an OG. I don't know who the hell she was. She's on the microphone, doing her thing, telling people what to do.
Okay.
I'm having a tough time, man. It was hot. I was
So
slippery. I'm
hard.
fucking fully tatted. She starts calling me out on the microphone. Tattoo man, you having a problem over there? Like the most meanish. I thought this shit was supposed to be a positive, peaceful
Oh yeah, no,
experience.
that's not good.
She put me on blast in front of the whole class the whole time where I was like so fucking embarrassed. I left there. I was exhausted. I was fucking dehydrated.
Yeah, majorly.
That following Monday, drive through whatever at school, 2 moms said, "Hey, we saw you on Friday. You had a rough time, huh?" I never went back, and I was so fucking bummed at that experience.
Yeah, well, that's not okay. What the hell?
Totally judging me about how I look. Like, come on, rock and roll, man. They're saying shit to me like.
And you were the only guy
And
with
the whole
tattoos?
class. Oh, yeah, because I'm full. Yeah.
All right.
The floor smelled like ass. It was fucking
Yeah,
gross.
it's really gross.
And that was my yoga experience.
Oh.
And I'm like, yo, fuck this shit. It is not a positive, wonderful, accepting experience. But I know that was this one time, one instructor.
And you just said if you don't want to do something, it's whatever it is. It's a good thing that you should
bad
do.
Taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
So I never went back.
All right.
And I never did yoga again anywhere.
Oh, well, that.
And I know Purcell does it. You know Purcell?
Yes.
He has a class online, which I thought about trying. You know what I mean? I know yoga would be really good for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really super flexible. But yeah, it was weird, man.
What is Ray doing?
He's doing the same. I think he's doing like Youth of Today's playing right now. They're on tour. I saw that today.
Oh, really?
Playing shows right
All
now.
Right.
So yeah, I think he's doing the same kind of yoga instructy type stuff.
That's what I
He's
thought.
got a podcast as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, those dudes are doing things.
All right. He's looking at the notes.
I got my notes in here, man.
Got the notes.
That's so cool that you have adopted. That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You got inspired by going there, and that's why that happened?
Yeah, kind of. And I kept waiting to want to be pregnant again. And then I was like, oh, shit, I better get going. And then I was like, no, I'm just going to adopt. And
so how old were you when you adopted?
I was like 40.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was the only year that I looked good on paper financially. Because your wife is not a part of our family. She should be.
So you're not good with your money? Like, smart?
Oh, my God.
You invest stuff? Or you're like...
no.
You had that one... You had a house at one spot where a bunch of my friends
It was
lived.
so beautiful.
It's a great area. When did you sell that house?
Soon after getting fired. So I'm not good with the years like you are. I really envy that.
I have to say this. You were neighbors with my friend Neil Averon and Haley Williams. All lived in the same street.
Yeah.
He always told me about you.
I still have a spoon that Haley gave me or gave my daughter because she played drums.
Yeah.
And it's like a drumstick spoon.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's such a cool area too. So what year did you sell that crib and then where'd you go?
Well, then we started our financial downward spiral.
This is Grey's Anatomy after that?
Yeah. Then we went to Atwater Village.
It's nice over there.
Yeah. Then we went around the hill because our kids went to Waldorf school way out in the valley.
Okay.
So, So then we went around. Then we hit straight up into central Van Nuys. That was pretty wild.
She had a couple different houses here. You were all around.
Yeah. And now we rent still in Van Nuys over near Lake Balboa.
Okay. You like it there?
I do. It feels real.
Is it hotter over there?
I guess it is. It was really friggin' hot this summer.
It was brutal.
Oh my God.
I wish I had the cold plunge then. Then I would have really appreciated it.
Oh yeah.
Are you a beach person?
Yes.
You go swimming? You go to the ocean?
Oh, like this ocean?
Yeah,
sometimes I go up near Leo Carrillo. I go way up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's weird when you get out there and you're like, this is here. And
know, man.
we should go out here all
it's
the
like
time.
How many times did you go to the Statue of Liberty or Empire State Building?
Not a lot. Only once.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
And then you leave like...
Exactly.
I would go through the towers like because I lived in Jersey City for a while. I take the path train to the towers to work every day, man. Every fucking day.
Really?
We shot our video One Life One Chance at the bottom of the Twin Towers too.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
Crazy. So I spent some time over there, but yeah, it's just crazy.
We've seen a lot of shit in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, do you have that thing where you're like, is this just the age I'm at? Or is this like 2022?
It's good. Yeah. Where were you in 2001? Were you in New York or here?
Oh, I was there. Yeah.
I just moved here in 2001.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Ishk.
Wow.
Yep.
So your photos, Sunday Matinee. When is this book coming out?
So I keep saying last week of
I know,
November. I know.
Date.
So I just looked it up. Apparently Tuesdays.
That's a good sized book too.
This is what it'll be
We're
like.
looking at her book,
right?
Sunday Matinee, right now.
Yes.
And one of your photos, sorry to cut you off, was
Yeah.
Todd Youth with Frenchie, I think rabies. It's like a famous photo that I've seen. I didn't realize that was your photo.
Yeah. It's Jimmy and Todd and Ray.
Is that Tommy Carroll in front?
No.
can't
But
see it
he's
from-
in here. Tommy's
I saw
in here.
that.
Yes, he is.
Can I hold your book?
Oh yeah, this is what they called the fold.
I know you're going to recognize
Gather.
so much of her photos because she has legendary photos that I didn't realize that were her.
All right.
Yeah.
Legendary, because I put him online,
Oh,
I
that's Jim-
guess.
yeah, Jimmy
There's
G.
Jimmy
Jimmy-
with his famous Stooges, his Three Stooges
that's
shorts.
right. Jimmy
Remember those
G's,
shorts?
yeah.
Those should be at the Punk Rock Museum.
Oh, yeah. You're going to put some stuff in there?
I don't know. If they ask, I guess.
Am I going to go through this whole... There's some great Chromax photos in here too, man.
I'll just talk about other things while you're looking at the
just-
book.
No. Well, no, I want to talk about some of the
All right,
photos in
all
here,
right,
but
all right.
what was like your last real job that you had a boss that wasn't acting? There you are.
What?
So
Where?
cute, right
yeah,
there.
I know, but yeah, I could have put scarier
It
pictures
was like
of
almost
myself
dreads.
on. Yeah, I did have those. And then I shaved my head once because
Of course
that's
you
only
did.
because my hair was falling out and my mom said it was going to fall out, so I had to shave it before it
Is
fell
Alexa-
out.
From bleaching it so much and dyeing it.
Exactly.
Great picture, rabies in here. So what's the last job you worked at?
Oh God, you're saying that, and I'm trying to remember when was the last job I
To
had.
clock in, clock out.
Dear Lord, it's been a long time. So
That's
that's
amazing.
good, right
That's
there.
incredible.
I'm grateful. Come
You
on.
fucking do what you love. That's fucking awesome.
But
and now you're
boy, to
putting a
get
book
this
out.
age though, and to be still like
Tommy
wondering when you're going to work again.
That's the one thing I know about having actors on here is that it's almost like a band. Like you don't know what you. My next tour is in March. I'm going to tour Madball in Europe March 1st. I know that's the next thing that's happening.
Are you guys all going to play back here when you get back? Because I want to see that.
Yeah, we can figure that out. We do a Cali run for sure, but we haven't been to Europe like in 3 years, so it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you don't know what you're still auditioning for your next gig.
Yeah.
It's nothing set in stone.
And I have no idea when I'm going to work again. So that's
the
horrifying.
crazy
It's
part of doing what you
horrifying.
do.
I know. I have a
It's a
kid
big
in college.
It's a big fucking sacrifice.
Yeah, it's nuts. But wait, last job I
Roger
had.
looks so young.
I mean, I guess it's been like since back then,
That's awesome.
right?
It's fucking huge. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I had another job.
For somebody that was just kind of not you just going to shows, taking photos. You know, your mom was a publicist.
Yeah.
Just getting in the mix, and then
Yeah.
fucking look what happened.
Look at it.
John,
I'm
just
so
still
glad.
Photos of John Joseph and Alexa.
Yeah, I kind of had
Wow.
a big crush on John. That'll tell you how messed up I was.
You guys ever date?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
I mean, he lived with me, but
Bad Brains, of course, in here. Are you kidding me?
Mhm.
I'm psyched to get this book. And so December 8th and 9th, you're doing Q&As in Los Angeles.
Yeah, no, it's the 9th at the last bookstore,
I'm
and
gonna
the
come to that one.
12th. Okay, and then the 12th at Book Soup.
Book Soup.
Yeah,
Todd Youth, rest in peace.
yeah. So many
Roger.
people rest in peace. So
Wow.
many of them. Huh? How about Lazar? Did you know Lazar?
No, there's Tommy Carroll right there, though.
Oof, yeah,
Lazar, no, I did not.
that's her giving the finger.
Okay,
there.
she
Yeah.
passed?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Stigma as a baby? Oh, my God.
As literal baby.
Oh, shit, Tony T-shirt?
Yeah, Tony T-shirt.
Wow.
Oh my God, I was just reading about Charlie, the drummer. I guess he's gone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Was in Roger's book.
Gavin?
Yep,
There's so many things.
it's nuts, right?
Jimmy Gestapo and Rabies with their headbands on. Beautiful. That's the photo I'm talking about. Todd Youth, Rabies, and Jimmy. G.
Yeah.
People listening, I'm so sorry. I'm just looking through
I
the
know.
book right now, but I don't care.
They're like, what else?
Are you an optimist or pessimist?
Optimist.
I can totally see that.
Can you?
Yeah.
All right, good.
You have a good energy.
I mean, I can be cynical, and I hate that when I'm like that.
Yeah.
But-
we live in a crazy fucking negatives world, too, as well.
Yeah.
But you've always been a positive person?
Yeah, because what are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Have you always believed in yourself?
I have.
That's awesome.
And did you have that thing when you were little? Like, I remember when I was a kid and people would say, it's so good you know what you want to do. And now I get that as the parent going like, the little one, I'm not sure what she wants to do.
Yeah.
And you worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just kind of, I moved to New York. I was like, I'm going to do something in music. I worked at Rovina Records. I worked at Concrete Marketing with Pete and Lou, sick of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I worked construction. I worked with Pete, sick of it all, and some other people building the Sound Factory on 54th Street.
Mm-hmm.
We all quit one day because we heard there was asbestos there. We all quit and threw our hard helmets down and walked away.
Hilarious.
And then I went on tour as a roadie, and I was like, fuck, man, I feel like I have something to say. So I started journaling lyrics and stuff. And that's how
Okay.
this whole thing started. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really know either. I knew New York was where I wanted to be, though, because I fucking loved the scene.
Mm-hmm.
From the Ramones to everybody, you know?
Have you had mentors?
Like, with them knowing they were mentors?
Well,
Or just looking
or
up to
you,
people?
You looking back and going, okay, this person at this time was a mentor to me.
Kevin Seconds, of course.
Okay, so there you go.
100%. 7 seconds. Oh, shit. Is that John Joseph?
See, look,
John
like
Joseph getting tattooed?
no tattoos there. Look at that.
Wow.
Right?
Definitely Kevin Seconds, Ian MacKaye.
Mm-hmm.
From a distance, like just loving their lyrics and their music and what they were singing about. I mean, 7 Seconds singing about not just boys fun and man enough to care, about not being a macho dad, singing about things that nobody was really singing about, man, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like emotional, sensitive, real things, Ray Capo. People listen like, what the fuck's going on? This book is amazing, by the way. Holy shit.
Yay.
I can't wait to get my signed copy.
Oh, yeah.
It's really big, too, and I love that. I'm working on a podcast book for next year I want to put out just with portraits of all my guests.
Oh, good.
That's what I really want to do. Rich Roll has 2 books like that, inspired me to do something like that. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Roger looks so young. Holy crap.
Oh, Roger.
Todd Youth up front.
And then there's the pool party in there.
Is there one in there?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that Carl right there?
I can't see
Yeah,
it.
that's Carl.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was always with Carl.
And then you have something December 3rd, too, at Generation Records.
Yeah, that's in New York. And
So
then
you
a
do
party
okay.
after at, Jesse Mallon's place.
Niagara?
No, he's got 96 Tears now.
Okay.
Next door. 110.
Shout out to Jesse, man. Killing it. A New York staple.
Such a nice
Generation,
guy.
amazing songwriter, artist, human.
Yeah, amazing. Like he's, very, very cool.
Frenchie the Skin. Wow.
Frenchie.
People.
I know. I keep
wish
going.
we had some visuals for people listening
I
in
know,
here.
right? Look at Jimmy there.
Whoa, with the hair. Holy
Jimmy
shit.
was like the most charismatic. He was like the biggest star to
He
me.
still is.
I know,
He's
but
still one of
back
the
then,
greatest frontmans of all
remember? I just
time.
remember being like starstruck by him.
Uncle Al. Woo.
Uncle Al.
Joe Bruno, one of the first
Joe
people.
Bruno.
First people ever saw the neck tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Back then.
Yep.
Before Stigma, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this is sick. Tommy Rat. Oh, shit, Tommy Rat. Petey Hines.
Petey. What's Petey doing? He was such a great drummer.
I think he's doing real life stuff, like a real job or something.
That's what I heard.
Something cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any daily rituals?
Oh boy, daily rituals. I mean, I hike almost every day.
Me too. Where do you go?
I go up in the Encino Hills.
Okay, I go running in Canyon because it's close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love hiking.
I do too. It's so good.
And you do yoga still?
I do. I started doing Pilates again.
All my friends do that and said it's great.
I know, and it's what you just said. If you do the thing you don't want to do, it's probably the thing you need. Yeah, I think.
Do you meditate?
I need to.
You seem like a person that meditates.
Oh, I'm glad I seem that way.
Yeah, you seem.
Then
so
I won't.
You seem you have a chill energy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty chill.
Are you a stressful person? You get stressed out a lot?
I think I'm stressed, but I can't tell. Do you have that?
I think same too.
You know what I mean?
But I run. I do all my shit all day. I'm getting shit out. You know.
Yeah.
What about coffee? You a coffee person?
Yes. Oh, I was microdosing.
Okay.
And since microdosing mushrooms, I can only drink 2 cups instead of 3. That's not it. Nobody cares.
What does that? So what does that mean? It means you microdose, then you have coffee?
No, I would have my. You can't have them at the same time, I was told. And so all I know is that apparently things you don't need slip away when you're microdosing. Okay. And that was one of them. So I drink less coffee. You're into coffee, yeah?
I quit coffee like 6 months ago.
Why?
I just had decaf yesterday. It was pretty good.
Is it because it's bad?
Because it makes me jittery and shittery and fucking dehydrated, and it's the most intense thing I've ever put in my body, probably, because I have nothing in my body. So that's like, it just runs right through me, man.
So were you ever like really unhappy?
Not really.
I don't think so.
Oh, my dad died, yeah.
Well, you were 3.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's only trauma. That's my main trauma, probably. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty weird.
I mean,
I was always a very hyperactive, high on life, positive person. And then I found music that, like, Sex Pistols was like, fuck everything, anarchy, destroy, all that punk shit I could skate to, but I can relate to it. Then you find the hardcore, which is like 7 seconds, and Youth of Today, make a change, make a difference, Minor Threat. All that shit connected me in such a positive way.
Okay.
Like, straight edge was a personal thing for me. I was never like preachy about it. You know what I mean? My wife's not straight edge.
Has there been a time since then when people have genuinely done it just for themselves, not to get rich, not to get famous? It was like our scene. There was no separation really between the audience and the performers.
Facts. That's why we loved it. That's why we gravitated.
Has there been anything like that?
Not that I know of. They can go watch Descendants play, then go buy a T-shirt from Milo. No, I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a communal community.
We didn't have phones and stuff back then either.
We were in the moment.
That was a big difference.
But you captured those moments in your Sunday matinee book.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful photos.
Thank you so
much. But you captured that moment, but you were also in the moment. You weren't just like, it was your camera. You were just there. Like, you loved the music. You're a fan of the music.
I was.
And they were your friends.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw HR?
He was on the podcast. That's the last time I saw him when he was on here. Came to my house.
All right, I'm going to listen to that one.
I took him to Crossroads, got some food with him.
Okay.
Sweet human.
All right.
Sweet fucking human, man. That was a really fun day.
Yeah,
it was a great day with him. Yeah, we played shows with them within 10 years. We played some shows with them. Then played with them in Japan in the early 2000s.
Oh, wow.
He's doing really good.
Okay, good.
But yeah, man. So how much of this going to these shows changed your life in a way that you carry it today as a mom, as an adult, as a wife, as a human?
Majorly, I would say, because, it just taught me that you should be authentic. You should be yourself.
Always.
Right? And that...
not give in to shit. Just stay
and
true to yourself.
And don't wait for other people to do shit. Do it yourself.
That's a DIY shit.
That's what I'm saying.
So you're doing this book all yourself?
Kinda. I mean, Radio Raheem boys are helping me.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think...
even in your acting and everything, you had the whole mentality, probably where you come from.
I think so. And with my kids, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Be your fucking self no matter what.
Exactly.
It's so powerful to say that. I did a post about I was talking about just like how you can look in the mirror and know that you're 100% who you are. And that you've always been yourself throughout every situation, relationship, everything.
But that's why I asked about the thing of you being, were you ever sad? Because I was thinking of how when I did do drugs, you get used to feeling bad. So then that's familiar. Yeah. So AKA it almost feels comforting, and that's why you go back to it. But if you never had that.
I was sad over, I mean, let's see. It's crazy you asked me that question. Nobody's ever asked me that question. Obviously my dad. And probably throughout my life, I probably had some moments where I was sad, not really knew why. Maybe it was something. Maybe it was a message from my dad. I don't know. I mean, getting cheated on by a girl. Yeah, I got my heart broken. Didn't trust women. Fucking made my wife go after me for like 2 years because I didn't trust women at all. Thank you, Mama, my wife. Even though she was the right one, I knew it. But I was this man.
You weren't ready.
I got my heart ripped open by a girl. Yeah, I don't know.
She knows who she is.
I get sad, but I get more sad. I'm empathetic, I guess that's a word, to the world. Like, I get sad when I see shit happening on the world that I can't control or help.
Yeah.
That I'm really affected by bad things that happen in the world. I feel the same shit. It's really interesting. I absorb it all.
Yeah.
I get sad about that. Things that I can't fix or help.
Yeah.
And I try to do that in my music or talking to people every day on social media, DMs, or every single letter I've ever got in my whole life, I wrote back the person. I've always been like that, really in touch with the people who have supported me in what I do. And I don't know, that community, you know?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So I think that fulfills my heart. But yeah, I'm definitely a sensitive, sensitive person. Like my son always like, please don't cry during this movie. Please don't cry during this commercial. And he hates Coldplay because...
all he has to do is say, please don't cry, and you'll cry.
But
he hates Coldplay.
We love Coldplay. We love the band. We see him a million times. We have so many songs we bonded on. So forever when he goes out into the world, like anytime he hears Coldplay, it's going to be think about me, and he hates that.
Because then he's going to be crying.
Because he'll text me like, I just heard Coldplay and I thought about you. Fucking hate Coldplay. I have that text. So just different things like that. I'm definitely an emotional person. I'm realizing now going to therapy that I've always been emotional, but I think that losing my dad and then all that shit made me even more. Then you become a parent. And then it's like, fuck, I can't call my dad and ask him advice because he's not, I never had it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then all that shit goes through you. And then like, I don't know. And then my wife's emotional, but she's not nowhere near like me. Like we balance each other. She's like the tough badass. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. She sounds fantastic. Has she been on your show?
Many times. People love her.
Okay, good.
She keeps it 100 too much. You know what I mean? She's
I would think.
She was an OG Girls Up Front posse in Chicago, had fanzines, diving in the whole scene, checking dudes who were mean to women. She's a very OG, respected person from the... Everybody knows my wife is my wife, and what she is. But she's been around for a long time. Had an adopted cow in the 80s, was vegan since the 80s.
All right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think I think there's a book being put together by her whole girl crew she had.
Okay.
Yeah, you love her. Yeah, she's a real one.
All right, cool.
Yeah, let me check my notes. This has been awesome. This has been so fun, right?
Yeah. I could do this all day.
I know.
I'm drinking this liquid death, so I'm going to have to go pee soon.
Have you done these face-to-face podcasts before?
Once.
Okay. Usually it's like Zoom and shit like that.
I know,
right?
and I just went on KCRW, and like I went out there. I was so excited. Madeline Brandt, you know.
How
like,
was it?
She was upstairs, and I was downstairs.
Man.
She came down and said hi after. She had fabulous hair.
This is for the listeners. I see a lot of people commenting like, when are you going to have this person on? Or this person on? You should get this person. I only do it in LA. I only do it in my kitchen. I only do it face-to-face. I'll never do a Zoom. I did phone calls in the beginning during the pandemic because I had to.
Oh, yeah.
I've redone those same people in person because it's a way better conversation.
Who's the person you want the most, aside from me? Because now I'm here.
I have like a bucket list of people that I was going to post about one day, but I don't want to jinx it. I'd love to have Chris Martin. I'm like one person separated from Chris Martin from Coldplay.
Okay.
I'd love to have Chuck D from Public Enemy.
Oh, my God. Yes, please.
I'd love to have Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I'd love to have KRS-One, who actually inspired me to even be more vegetarian with my philosophy in 1988. KRS-One is fucking incredible.
Okay.
I'd love to have Rakim, Eric B. and Rakim. I might be having his son on my podcast soon. Because I got a tattoo of Rakim. I posted it, and then all of a sudden I got a DM from somebody. I didn't realize it was really his son of Rakim, who already followed me. And then I got a FaceTime from Rakim, which I'll show you a picture of, and it fucking blew me away. Rakim is like my favorite MC of all times.
Okay.
I want to get some more hip-hop artists that I love. De La Soul.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of people. I'm working on a bunch of different things.
Okay.
But Chuck D, KRS-One, Chris Martin. Those would be my top 3 right now, probably.
Okay.
Because I think Public Enemy is so fucking punk rock, and they were so punk rock when they came out.
Yeah, totally.
You seem like you love hip-hop, too, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you like it back then?
A little.
Yeah.
And then what was that music? HR got me into this music go-go music from DC.
Let's go.
Oh my
EU,
God.
Troubled Funk. I seen all those groups.
God, they were so amazing.
Because I lived in Maryland outside of DC, and that's when I started going to all the Fugazi shows in the 80s.
930 Club.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
I had the best of Rhode Island, and then Maryland, and then New York. So right before New York, I was in Maryland. My mom had a job there. So DC shows with Rusty Pistachio was out there. He was in a band called Images, who played with all these bands, Scream, everybody. But the go-go scene, oh man, incredible.
Yeah, because that music, I guess it never really blew up.
It did. It's such a DC underground thing. And Minor Threat's last show was a go-go show. $5 show.
Right.
I think it's Trouble Funk or one of those bands. You saw Minor Threat back then?
I did, but I don't remember.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I know it's horrible when I think of shows that I was at that I don't remember.
Why don't you remember
another
anything?
reason to be sober.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? I heard Ian say something recently how like he wanted to have these memories of looking back at shows that he experienced in his life, and since he was sober, he remembers everything. It's incredible.
Really? So if I get sober now, I'm going to remember everything?
Well, he's been like that forever, so it's like I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
you ever been to the Discord house?
No.
You gotta fucking go there, man.
What is it?
Ian Mackay, the Discord house.
Oh, the house.
Yeah, it's still
like
there.
With the steps.
He'll give you a tour. It's incredible.
Really?
Yes.
Is he like there?
Yes.
All the time?
You can call into the phone after the
my
podcast.
God. So,
You're
okay.
gonna send him your book.
Okay.
That's easy.
I mean, I should send it to him.
Ian at discord.com
Okay.
and email him and send fucking yes.
Okay, everyone. Ian at Discord.
Everybody knows.
Like,
the whole world
okay.
knows.
All right.
He's the most off the grid, but the most on. You can just get right to him.
All right.
He'll answer the phone. He'll love that book.
Okay. Well, I think he deserves
I
a
want
copy.
to help you push this book.
Okay. Well, please. Yes.
So when is this? Where the fuck can people buy this book?
Okay. So www.sundaymatineebook.com.
Oh, you got that website?
Yes. How good was that?
Dude,
My
that's
husband
fucking-
did that. My husband did
Shout
that.
out to your hubby.
Yeah, that was good.
No, that's really good.
Yeah, and you can
Okay.
pre-order it there. And
Okay.
oh my God, there's like a flexi disc
Come
with
on.
the special, 200 of them with Carl singing for
Okay.
Underdog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Carl from Iceman singing for Underdog.
Yes. 2 tracks, never heard before. So
Shout out to fucking that, and I love Underdog. Shout out to Richie who's been on here.
Richie.
He's a listener. We love you, Richie Birkenhead. Love you, brother.
we do.
I have 2 Underdog tattoos.
He wrote the most fabulous intro. That
What?
made me cry.
What?
Are
He
you
wrote
kidding
the forward?
me? Dude, he wrote the intro, and it's fantastic.
Richie Birkenhead wrote the forward to her book,
Richie
Sunday
Birkenhead.
Matinee.
He
Why don't
sure
you
did.
tell me that? It's
So
amazing.
smart. You're so smart, Richie.
I have Underdog tattoo right here. See? My finger.
Really? Oh,
Great band, dude. Vanishing Point, all those records. Ooh.
I know. Really amazing.
I went to
Even
the-
Into Another, I loved.
Great.
Yeah.
I went to the record release party of Vanishing Point when Swizz opened up at the Pyramid Club. And then there was a full page in thrash, and I was in the back with my Youth of Today tank top on. I was so happy.
Aw.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
Oh my God. No.
Okay.
No.
I
because,
love and respect that.
Right? Because what the heck?
I love that. A lot of people say that.
Doing the best we can here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your journey and like where you're at now. It's awesome.
I mean, it's better where I'm at now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. You're not sober, correct?
No.
But you're not wilding out. You smoke weed.
I
You
smoke
probably
weed.
drink red wine or drink wine or something.
I don't like red wine
So what do
anymore.
you drink? What you
A little
drink?
bit of white wine,
Okay.
but not much. I don't have the drink is not a thing.
So it's just weed.
It's weed, but it's
California
It's
sober. That's what they
complicated for
call
me
it.
because I numbed myself when I was young with it, and so now when I'm doing it, I'm like, well, wait a minute, is that what I'm doing? Am I numbing myself?
No, you're fucking chilling out. You're fucking
Exactly, it's different, but
You're
you
a
know.
grown ass woman with kids.
I'm
and
a
life,
grown-ass
and you've
woman.
Been through a lot of shit, and now you're smoking weed and you're chilling out. And it helps you be chill,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And you're already going to therapy for all the other stuff, all the traumatic stuff that happened to you.
yes, yes.
And
I already
writing that letter to that
I
person.
worked all that shit out.
Writing that letter was very therapeutic to that person, probably.
It
Even no
was.
response.
Yeah,
That must have been hard to write.
it was hard to write. It was hard
Was
to
it
write.
emotional writing that?
Yes, but I had to do it.
And when did you finally realize that had happened to you? Like, how old were you after you blocked it out?
Oh God, I don't know. Because looking back, I feel like I knew, but I don't know. I think Silence of the Lambs was the thing.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
so interesting for
I think
listeners to
that's
hear
what it
that
was.
something traumatic in her life came out from being down there in that fucking pit. That's fucking crazy.
And
a
that's kind of a
fake pit,
gift, right?
But it was a connection with you. Like it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I worked with a woman named Ruth Nelson on Vanya. She was blacklisted back in the day, group theater, a legend. And I used to say to her, how come I never get the guy? Like in all the things I was doing, I never get the guy. What's the deal? She's like, well, darling, you work on the same thing until you learn what you need to learn. And then the rest, the other things will come. The other parts will come.
Yeah.
And it kind of worked out that way for me. So Yeah.
Are you happy with your career?
I mean, I am. I wish I didn't have to worry about money. But
That seems like something for all actors, though. It's like
yeah.
gig to gig, job to job, whatever.
Yeah.
That sucks. But then you have the SAG, which is good.
Yeah, we do.
It's a positive
Yeah,
thing.
I can't complain. Come on. And work-wise, I mean, I've worked with some amazing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's on your bucket list to work with? Still.
Donald Glover, #1.
I love that about it. That's my favorite part about this so far, that you love him,
Oh
you
my
love
God.
Kendrick, and you love Atlanta.
I mean,
So cool.
I mean, how could you not? Who else? Who else do I want to work with? Who else? Oh God, I'm supposed to know this answer, aren't I?
It's okay. I'll give you a second.
Who do you want to work with?
I just told you. Chris Martin, Q-Tip.
Oh yeah, well
Chuck T.
that's here on the podcast.
Yeah, but I mean, work with him, what? Play some music? I don't know. I love hip-hop, but I would never try to rhyme. But I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of people that I like to do. Okay, I'll do a song with Chris Martin. Let's go. I'll do a duet with Chris Martin or something. I don't know.
I think that would be good for Chris Martin too.
Dude,
Don't you
such
think?
a positive impact on my life, man.
Okay.
That's crazy, man. Like, if people listening, you wonder where my positivity comes from in the past, later half of my life, maybe becoming a dad, is probably Coldplay. So even if you hate that band, you could thank them if somehow, I don't know, the connection to Coldplay.
We can thank them because it was a positive thing for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I've had any kind of impact to anybody with my lyrics, the last couple of albums I made, Chris Martin was a big inspiration. Which
Okay.
Freddie Madball turned me on to Coldplay, which we already talked about last episode. But thank you, Freddie Madball, for playing Coldplay for me back then, because you turned me on, changed my life.
See?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you probably didn't appreciate. We were talking about what we were saying before that, music-wise. What about some inspirations for you for music?
Well, it was always Bad Brains for me. I mean, come on.
Do you still listen to him today and
yes.
get the same feel?
Yes.
That's fucking crazy
Yes.
cool.
Yeah. The other day, my husband was like, "Can you play that Sacred Love one?"
He was locked up in jail. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you still listen to
Okay.
hardcore?
When that was he locked up? Was that Chicago? Because I used to live with Jeff Buckley. You know the singer.
Yeah.
And I turned Jeff on to Bad Brains.
Okay.
And it was a major regret that he never got to see HR sing.
Gotcha.
And he actually flew there once. He called me and said, "I'm on my way, dude. I'm going to see him." And he ended up in jail, and that show never happened. And I'm
That
pretty
is
sure it was
crazy.
Chicago.
Yeah, I think so too.
I feel like something.
So Jeff Buckley flew out there for that show,
and didn't.
and HR got arrested.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never saw him.
So you still listen to hardcore?
I listened to them. I listened to Agnostic Front. I listened to Underdog.
Woohoo!
Right?
Which, Victim in Pain or something?
I listened to Victim in Pain. I listened to Eliminator.
Hard. You kids like it?
They do.
That's
I
cool.
just brought Lou, the little one, to see Agnostic Front.
I missed that show. I
And
was on
it was a
tour.
good show.
I heard the Roxy.
Yeah, it was a
So,
really
I
good
saw
show.
footage. It looked
And I
great.
shot it, and it was hard to shoot.
Nice.
Oh my God, I don't know how I did that back then. Low light, fast action. Things
Great
are
show.
blurry.
It was a great
Such
show.
a great show.
House Stigma's incredible.
I mean, how the hell?
He looks so good. He's like 60s, man.
He looks fantastic.
That's what inspires me.
And his energy.
That was inspired. That hardcore youth that's still in all of us, man. Even in our 50s and 60s, that, I don't know, you still get this feeling and this love for it when you hear it, and it brings you back.
I know you've seen those videos of him when he was running for president.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my God.
He's a character. He should be in fucking movies, man.
Totally.
He's the real one. Mott Street, fucking literally his whole life.
Yep.
Same place, same building.
Unbelievable.
We have so many sick characters from our scene, this world.
Roger.
All of them,
I
man.
love Roger.
I love them all, man.
Yeah, me too.
Roger's killing it. They kill it in Europe still. I play with him over there. It's insane.
Yeah.
He just went through all the health stuff, and he's back on tour. Like,
I
just
know.
He's a fucking machine, dude.
I saw
That's my
them.
inspiration, those guys.
I went to the Black and Blue Ball in whenever that was. Not that long ago. I saw Madball. When was that?
I don't know. Probably
It
before.
wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Because I was wearing a mask. I was the only one, literally, in the entire club. And then someone passed me a joint that the entire audience had smoked. And I pulled down my mask and took a hit like an idiot.
Oh, my God.
Like, I can't get sick. I'm on a TV show.
Oh, yeah, you have to do that, though, yeah.
Yeah, but then I smoked a joint with the entire crowd.
Wow.
So there.
You listen to any new music? New hardcore stuff? You
Well,
pay
I was
attention
just
to it?
listening. I mean, I was major Nick Cave fan. Like,
Okay.
followed him around.
Yeah.
You know? What else do I listen
But
to?
you're not like listening to new hardcore bands. Really, right?
I don't.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I kind of listen to what my kids listen to.
Which is?
I mean, all different kind of shit. My daughter's into like Otis Redding.
Sick.
I mean, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
So,
But hip hop stuff too, I know they listen to?
Yeah, but I don't know the names all the time.
Yeah.
I love the one. Who's the singer? Sorry, I'm so old.
My son might know.
Who's the one who sings on Silent Hill with Kendrick? That new song, you know?
Yeah.
Where he's like, pharmaceutical.
He just performed. He was. Didn't he open up for him?
I don't know.
Isn't that the guy that was with him?
I don't know.
He's on his label.
Top Dog?
He has in Top Dog Records.
But isn't Top Dog, isn't he like moving away from that? I feel like he is.
He is, but that guy, the artist, opened up for him at the show. I forgot his name though.
I did too.
It's okay though. We love Kendrick.
It's
that
okay.
makes me so happy.
Oh my God.
Wish I would have known. Yeah, man, it was so
Just
good.
So amazing.
I'm gonna go see Smashing Pumpkins or Jane's Addiction this Saturday.
Okay.
I'm excited for that. I've never seen either of them.
Do you know who was a dad at our school?
Who?
Gary Newman.
Here in my car?
And when all you have to do is say Jane's Addiction, and I think of his wife Gemma because she loves
Here in my
Trent.
car. You know, that's Gary.
Exactly.
How's he doing? Is he doing
He's
good?
playing. He's around. Yeah.
You think he made money off that one song? In cars.
I think he must have.
Do. Yeah, that's crazy.
Here in my car.
LA is such a wild place with all the different parents.
Oh my
and
God.
shit.
Oh my God. Because we were just in dyslexia school, so I can name all the musicians that were there. Gwen Stefani.
Wow.
Yeah, because all this, you know, and Dave Grohl.
The kids go there.
Yeah, they did. We
Okay.
just moved to public, but yeah.
That is cool, man.
Yeah. It's
Wild.
hilarious about LA, isn't it?
No.
One time I was in New York, and okay, this is so weird. I was we were waiting to go to dinner or brunch actually with some friends, and they said, "Oh yeah, we got to wait for David. That's this guy Chris's friend. They were friends in college, and he's out running." And we're standing there, and fucking David Byrne walks in, and
Damn.
and my husband grew up in Russia, so I'm
Okay.
like looking at him, going like, you know, and he didn't know.
Oh wow.
But he missed a lot because of that. Yeah.
Russians. That's wild.
I know. Not so popular right now. He's not a fan.
Dave Byrne. That's crazy.
I know. He's amazing. Come on. I just read that thing, that op-ed. You got to read it in the New York Times with Brian Eno.
Okay.
And he's talking about how he would like a charisma of uncertainty.
He was.
He was saying that like no artist, basically people like things to be black or white. They like people to be one thing or the other, and that he's more into, now that he's older, uncertainty and not knowing.
I like that.
I do too. But I love that he said, you know, I would be into the charisma of, you know, not knowing. I thought that was cool. And he said David Byrne was the closest to that.
Dave Byrne's incredible, man. He just did
Unbelievable.
He did some stuff on Broadway or something, or just his own show.
Yes.
Ah.
He's amazing.
I've never seen Talking Heads. I've never seen that.
Yeah. No, I didn't
I would
either.
love them.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen them
Or the
too.
Psychedelic Furs. Never get to see.
I saw them
Ooh.
at the Ritz.
Was it cool?
Yeah. I saw The Cure. I can't believe they're still around.
Amazing.
I saw him. He fell off the stage. He was so high, Robert Smith.
When was that?
At
Back
the
then?
Peppermint Lounge. Yeah, that was a long
Jesus.
time ago.
You have a favorite show you ever saw? Like a mind blown.
Bad Brains at CB's.
Okay.
Yeah. And Nick Cave. Nick is second for me.
What year was the Bad Brains? 80 something.
84.
Damn.
Yeah.
Life changer.
Yeah.
That's where the photos are from.
Oh my God, they're beyond.
That's
yeah.
where those photos are
no,
from.
yeah, that's the Ritz though.
Okay.
Ritz show. Yeah, I never saw anything like them
I'm psyched for you, Brooke.
to this day.
This is so cool.
Yay, thanks.
I'm psyched for you. I'm psyched to have you here. And
It's really cool that people are into it now, right?
Mhm.
Because like for years it was like, oh, all right. Yeah.
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 And John connected us.
Yeah.
And
Wait.
he's doing the Q&A, right?
Wait. Oh yeah, he did. His
Yeah.
book is so good. I just read it. It's fantastic.
I haven't seen the book, no.
Oh, you would dig it
Okay.
because it's all about being, you know, when he went out with his band.
And he's doing the Q&A too with you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God, help me.
Shout him out, man.
Yeah, he's gonna ask me stuff.
He's smart. He's super smart.
He is.
He knows.
He was like,
a
I
lot.
think I'd like to ask you maybe about the conservative elements of the scene. And I was like, oh God,
He knows a lot.
I got to
man.
go home and cram.
He's got a lot of music knowledge, man.
He does.
It was great. I love him. He was same as you, like actor, like like music,
Yeah.
everything in the scene. He had a band too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you never did music.
I know. I feel like I kind of maybe should have. Oh well.
It's never too late.
No.
Pick up a guitar or something, or you have any instruments
You
at
start
your house?
acting. I'll
Sure.
start.
If my son-
I'll have
I
a
want-
band.
I want my son to inspire me to start. I want him to. I think he'd do good, man.
Okay, I have a question. What if I have to pee?
We're done. We're signing off right now.
We are, but is it
Yeah.
going to say? Is it going to be me going? I have to pee.
People do it all the time.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I'll leave. and
Everyone
take a pee.
pees. Yeah.
So what is last thing? So the Sunday matinee is what you're focused on right now.
Yes, and then trying to develop it into something.
Like a doc series or something?
No, I think a series a la Atlanta.
Okay.
And then, I got to get another acting gig.
Well, I appreciate you being here and sharing your story with me. I'm glad we finally got to do this and we've been talking about it. And I'm psyched for your book. I'm going to come see you there. And it's been great talking to you. I'll make sure I have all my notes covered.
You too.
You covered a lot of your life and it was great.
I think if you are a husband out there and you have not been to therapy and you want to go, I think the thing of going to the first one without telling your wife is amazing. Very impressed.
Thank you. I want them to surprise them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've been talking about forever about my dad and all this fucking dad. And I'm the only person in my family ever to go to therapy. Shout out to my mom and my 2 brothers, and they've been hitting me up asking me all about it. Hopefully I'm going to inspire them to go.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever got it in my family. We had no closure with my dad dying. You know, that was it. He left the house to the hospital. He never came back. I never saw him again. Couldn't go to the funeral, none of that stuff. And my mom did that to protect us.
Yeah. Well, we do lots of things to protect our kids.
I know, man. And you start talking about your parents in there, it's like,
yeah.
The resentments, just all that kind of shit.
I feel like I heard someone on your show saying that thing about, like, if you had a messed up childhood. I think it was Freddie, actually, who was saying then when you're a parent, you know. Like, I remember one night my daughter wanted to have cereal or something, and I heard myself say, you can't have cereal for dinner. And then I thought, why can't you?
Yeah.
Where is this coming from?
Yeah.
Those knee-jerk reactions that you have, like, just because that's what you knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to work on that shit.
Yeah, my son's pancakes for dinner sometimes, yeah.
See?
Are you a strict parent?
No.
Same.
Really?
Well, my mom was like, fucking, I'm talking about that in therapy now. My mom was smacking us in the face to her teenagers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can't win as a mom.
I'm just saying, like, it's like, I'm the most, I mean, but the word spoiled and love, I don't know. It's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned my mom called me spoiled brat in therapy, and she's like, you don't say that in here. We don't say those words in here. There's no such thing as that. Being called a spoiled brat. Why? Because your grandparents gave you lots of love. Like, that word is like so harsh on a kid.
Yeah, I remember, and I loved my mom, obviously.
Love you too, Mom.
But I remember when my first baby was like a month old, and we left her for the first time with Mom for like just a half an hour to go for a walk or something. And when I came back, she said, this is not flattering for my mom. So get ready.
Okay.
She was like, I said, so how'd it go? She's like, well, she's very pushy.
Oh, same.
And I don't pick her up like you do the second she cries.
So judgmental.
And I was like, dude, you're never going to babysit again then.
Never.
I hope you enjoyed your time. Why wouldn't you? What, is that baby manipulating you? Like,
have our parents always been like that? But is it when we become parents that you start feeling the judgment of how you're raising your children? I wouldn't do it like that. I wouldn't take him on tour. Well, he's not yours.
Exactly.
And it makes me so crazy.
It's so wild, right?
Why? Because my son's seeing the world at a young age, seeing all the different cultures. He's not going to get that in a fucking book at school. Did he travel the world with us?
Yeah.
So judgmental, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's vegan? Oh, he's give him some meat.
Yeah.
All this shit. It's like, yo, it's not yours. You raised me this way, and now I'm raising my kid that way.
What are our kids going to say about us when they're 52?
Well, I think we're way cooler than our parents. No disrespect to our parents.
No.
We're a different generation. You grew up
Yeah,
a
and that's how
different
it should
way.
be. Look how far we've come just since we've been alive.
I know.
It's good.
We're different.
Yeah.
And I want to thank punk rock for that and what we got into as young kids and what we're exposed to in the world. And I don't know, before the internet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Conversations and real life hangs and being in the streets and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is.
We had that time growing up. It was crazy. Looking back, how crazy it was and how the city was and just everything. I don't know.
Yeah, reading those books. You know, you should read Roger's book. It's great.
My wife said it was incredible.
And Harley's. I just reread Harley's book too.
I like audiobooks because my attention span's terrible. But yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll do some audiobooks.
All right.
I got someone doing with my therapist now.
But it reminds you. It takes you right back there, and it makes you remember the danger. Because I kind of forgot that. And I remember how you used to literally get messed with like a lot for how you looked. Like, like majorly fucked with.
Even in the punk scene.
That's, yeah. Well, then there's
that. Or even walking from the train to the show or just wherever you were and how you looked. And
yep.
What a crazy fucking world we love so much.
Yeah.
Life-changing.
Yeah. That's good. It's good. We're lucky.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm looking forward to hanging out with you in real life.
Yeah, please.
You being your friend. It's awesome.
All right.
Thank you, John, for connecting us. And thanks for listening, everybody. Sunday Matinee.
Yeah.
Out soon, end of November.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, bye. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Hope I'm exciting.
This is my last podcast until I get back from tour. So, this is going to come out when I'm on the tour. This will come.
All right.
This is going to be coming out on March 6th. I'll be on tour in Europe with Madball, Hazen Street, and Drain, and a bunch of other awesome bands. Just want to recap with you, touch base with you, because we did this a couple months ago, and things have changed since I've talked to you in your lifestyle and your business and your world.
Oh boy, yes.
And you're on a different wave now.
I am. I mean, who knows what wave I'll be on when you're back from tour.
So you want to talk about it? So what's the big change since we talked last time?
Oh, for God's sakes. I went on a tolerance break. It was supposed to be a break. I stopped smoking weed. It's been a month.
Wow.
And let's face it, I'm a pothead. I've been smoking weed my whole life. So
how do you feel?
I feel great.
Awesome.
It's been a total bloodbath over here. I fired everyone. I fired my agents. I fired my manager of 23 years.
Wow.
My husband thinks he's next.
Oh, no.
No, he's not next.
Your husband's good. He's good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's put up with me for this long.
How long you guys been married for?
25 years.
Yeah, we're 26 this year, me and my wife. Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
So crazy, man.
We're getting old, but I'm not going to go there. I know you freak out about getting old.
I know. I'm doing everything I can to be Peter Pan.
And something else. There's something else. And P.S. So your Instagram story led me to that Huberman guy. Is that
awesome? Andrew Huberman, yeah.
Oh my God, it was like 3 hours of what pot does to your brain, which, I already sort of knew, but not so specific. My God.
He's the best, man. He's giving out so many amazing gems every day for people for free, and he's inspiring. And I love how he breaks things down to people. He's one of us. He's always comes from skateboarding and punk rock. He's fully tatted, and he's also, a super smart Stanford professor. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he single?
Well, you're not, but that's everybody keeps asking.
I know. I got a lot of friends, though.
Oh, you have no idea how many people text me or DM me on a fucking weekly basis asking me if my friend Andrew is single.
And the answer is no?
It's no.
All right. Well, there you go.
But a woman can dream. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
The other thing I stopped doing, which you will be very happy to hear. Okay, I was vegetarian for 27 years.
Yep.
And then I went to this naturopath and they took my blood and they were like, how do you even get out of the bed in the morning? Because you have I had malabsorption and blah, blah, blah. So convinced me to go back and just every so often have some. And of course, I was like that crazy person who, the cow had to have a name and it had to have been loved, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Now I can't eat cow anymore. I'm not eating cow anymore. I haven't ever been eating pig. And I'm really kind of cutting way back on everything else too. So
that's freaking amazing. What a turnaround. That's crazy.
Right. Because you can't, I can only pretend so much. Yeah. I know,
I know.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So since our podcast, you're a straight edge vegan. It's awesome.
I got the tattoos of the X's on my hands.
Yeah, you're official.
Mm-hmm. It's all because of you, Toby.
And you've seen the stories of my wife hanging with the cows last week, and that was...
Yes. Oh, my God. Yes. Did BJ go with you?
Yeah, of course, man. She helped me organize it, yeah.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah. She's the best. Yeah, it was a great surprise. I finally surprised my wife after 26 years. I had an incredible Valentine's surprise, and then her friends flew out from New York and surprised her. And then I had the Mercy for Animals. Farm Sanctuary hooked up, walked through. 15 of her friends were there. It was beautiful.
Yay, that's nice. And what was that? Nice. I saw a convertible. Weren't you in a convertible?
Yeah, that was a throwback. But I did that for anniversary several years ago, where I rented the Cadillac from True Romance, our favorite movie, and we drove around. We get driven to the hotel they stayed at. It was like a whole True Romance day.
Aw, nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud.
She's gonna miss you guys when you're out.
No, she's coming. She's coming on tour. She's selling merch.
Oh my God.
For H2O and Hazen Street. She's on the bus with us. H2O Matt Hall. It's gonna be crazy.
Who's gonna be in the plunge pool, for God's sakes?
Oh, Nana, mother-in-law, is gonna be here chilling. So maybe she'll be plunging. But I'm proud of you, and if I can take a teeny bit of credit for any of this inspiration of your life change, I'll be honored. Also, Andrew Huberman helped you out, so that's incredible.
I say whatever. Take the credit.
No, it's so freaking cool. And I'm psyched for people.
It's really good.
If people are listening now, they just finished our episode, which was a great episode. And now this is like a kind of part 2 phone call at the end, catching up. But I appreciate your patience. I banked all my podcasts. I have about 23 left to go, and I'm just good for the rest of the year, almost till September, because I'm going to be touring 3 times this year. And I like to have things all organized and ready, so I have nothing last minute stressing about a podcast. And I've learned that from a bunch of bigger podcasts who they bank a lot of their episodes. And mine's not really like hot topics or what's happening currently in the world. And if anything is dated on there, we take it out. But it works really well with the conversations that we have. So.
Well, I'll get you lined up with some people while you're on the road.
Yeah, I don't want to say any names on here, but you mentioned one on the phone today I've been excited about, and hopefully it'll work out. But
I'll totally ask.
But
the one thing
go ahead.
The one thing I would say is just to anyone out there who does smoke weed every day, like I did, and I'm not saying I'll never do it again, but is you don't realize till you stop how you're holding yourself back, or like why you're holding yourself back.
Wow.
And you know what I mean? Like, because I definitely, look, I'm an actor, so I sit around waiting for the phone to ring, and it's annoying. So why not get high?
Totally.
But when you don't do that, it just frees up all this time to do all this other stuff. And right now, I'm developing the book into a series.
Amazing.
So, yeah, and so hopefully I'll do it quick enough so your son Max can be in it.
I wonder who would he play in there, you think?
Oh, I don't know. Not Ray B's.
I'm trying to we could play in there. Maybe like one of the youth crew guys or something. I don't know. That's so cool you're doing that. It's amazing. And how's this gonna be like this episode's a whole extra push for the book, because people saw the photo of the episode today holding the book on the porch and us talking about the book. And so how's the response been for the book?
It's been amazing. It's totally sold out. It's sold out in a month.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I guess people are into it. Did you ever get one?
No, I never got one from you.
I got to send you one.
I wasn't worthy of one. I want one signed from you.
Yeah, I'll sign it and I'll send it to you. Just do me a favor and text me your address. You can't say it on the air.
Yeah, on this podcast, the picture that we held up is just the bindings of the book. It wasn't even put together. It was just all so pretty cool. I'm so happy for you. People love the book. People love the hardcore nostalgia. There's a lot of hardcore historians. There's a lot of people that weren't there at that time that like live by the photos and the music from back then. And it's beautiful to have that all archived and out there for the world to have. It's awesome. I'm stoked for you.
Yeah. I was happy to do it.
Are there any photos that like didn't make it that you're bummed about or that couldn't?
You know what? There's a lot of photos. The other day I was doing one of those, book signing things, and we brought a bunch of prints that I had in a box just to put on the wall. And there was kind of some amazing ones. And I thought, oh man, is there another book? I don't know.
Do you regret having some of the pictures on it? You don't care, like whatever, it just didn't make it.
Yeah, no, I think this one's exactly how it should be. I feel good about it. So.
Yeah, maybe there's another book in the future down the line.
Yeah, you never know. If I stay off the weed, I'll have plenty of time.
Your focus is sharp. Now, I know what's crazy is shout out to Joe Vasian. He does the editing of this podcast, and he fixes all the sound and all the tweaks. And he was like, bro, he loved this episode. And he's like, dude, I just showed my girl Silence of the Lambs for the first time like 2 days ago. And now this girl's on the pod. Like, he was tripping. It's pretty cool.
How old is his daughter?
His girl. She's younger. He's young, too. They're both young, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
But, I mean, one of my good friends is like 34, and he didn't see Goodfellas until like last year. We made him watch it.
You like sat him down.
Yeah, for real, we did. Like, you have to watch this movie. It's a classic. You have to watch that.
Do you know what I just rewatched? Which I don't know if it means anything to you. You might be because you're younger than me. It's Times Square.
What the hell's that?
Oh my God. And I was talking to Richie Birkenhead, and he was like, oh my God, Times Square. It's like, it was a movie in 1980 about these two girls. One's like rich, one's poor. They meet in a sort of, they've been locked up by their parents, which people used to do that if you were punk or whatever back in the day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
and they break out, and it's like old New York, and it's kind of great. It was kind of amazing.
I'm down. I'll watch it.
All right, cool.
What's it on, Netflix or something, or?
No, I had to like rent it on whatever. You type it in and they tell you how to watch it.
I'm gonna do that. Maybe do that. It's such a chill day today, man. I'm packing. I'm doing laundry. I'm cleaning my house. I'm getting totally ready. Well, no, it's so silly. We're talking about this now, but I'm already on tour and this comes out. I'm in my kitchen right now.
I was gonna say, and how is that a chill day? I'm packing. I'm doing laundry.
I know
that doesn't sound chill to me.
I'm watching my favorite new season drop today. 2 episodes of Snowfall, which is an incredible show. I had Tiffany Lonsdale on my podcast. She's an actress on there. But yeah, for the listeners right now, I'm in my kitchen, but right now it's out. I'm in Europe somewhere, and it's March 6th. But for the listeners, it's very confusing. But anyway.
Oh my God, you're gonna have the greatest time.
I'm really excited. Let's hang when I get back for sure. Let's get some vegan food. Let's hang. It'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, God knows where I'll be at that point. I'll probably be off the coffee, for God's sakes.
I just had my first coffee in like 8 months the other day because I had a drop come out 2 days ago with James Coffee. It's like a really amazing brand of coffee for the podcast. So I had coffee that day to celebrate. It felt okay. It wasn't too much. It wasn't crazy.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Don't beat yourself up.
When I get back, you'll be training for the marathon and shit probably.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'll watch.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And I'm psyched that this is out. I appreciate your patience. I'm glad we connected, became friends. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you in the real world soon. And congrats on all the changes in your life. It's awesome. I'm stoked for you. It's never too late to turn your shit around.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's true. Thanks a lot, man.
Of course, my friend. I'll text you off this, and then love to have one of your books signed.
All right, cool.
All right, my friend. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Bye. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swiped the credit card. Don't really tell me much. Didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life One Chance podcast is now with Removery. I have a code. Use TobyH20 and get $100 off your first session. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Over 600,000 removal treatments done. 100 locations. U.S., Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art peak-away laser technology. Cryo-technology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, we talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out. Yo, people always ask me what kind of frames I'm rocking. I've been rocking Caddis for a couple years. They make amazing progressive readers, which I wear. Also, they make sunglass readers, anti-glare, anti-smudge coating, anti-scratch, anti-aging. That's why I look mad young when I wear them. I'm just kidding. But they make amazing frames. Caddis, so stoked to have you guys part of the podcast. You can go to caddislife.com/Toby10 and get $10 off your first purchase. Stoked. Thank you, Caddis. Welcome to the fam.